Good evening, everyone. Hello. Here I am late on literally every account. How are you all doing tonight? What's going on? What's on the up and up? How are you, Anakin? Hi, Xerix. It's so great to see you. Hey, Gang Thor. Thank you so much for the lurk. I super duper appreciate it. All the same. Whew. Okay. How's everyone doing? Xerix, I'm good, pretty tired, so I won't be around long, but I'm here at least. Hey, no worries whatsoever. If you're here, there, anywhere, I always appreciate it. Bootless Pit, hey Panda, I'm doing good. How are you? I'm doing great news gravy. You know, I honestly I should have been on time. I have no excuse for being late. I don't like hang out on Twitch very often, so I decided before stream that I was going to go into other people's streams and be like, yo, what's up? And then I'm like, oh, this is fun. And then it was like 7. And I was like, oh no, I have to go stream. What am I doing? So, you just having some issues with that, but that's all good. Tomorrow is a holiday in Canada. And so I'm going to take that opportunity to clean my place top to bottom. I'm going to do a lot of those, usually people do this for spring cleaning where they kind of, get rid of a whole bunch of stuff they don't need anymore. But because I am going to be moving over the course of the next 2 weeks, I am going to do a purge this week. I don't know why my ear is so itchy. Yes, I got to put Swiffer to work. It's true. Yeah, Swiffer will going to get put to work. I'm going to go through my closet and get rid of a whole bunch of clothes, donate them all. I have a whole wackadoo of books that I'm going to donate. Wait, you're moving? Yes. So the people who own my unit here, Xerix, they're selling it. So they had to give me, they gave me 90 days notice. I'm not getting evicted. They just said, hey, we have to terminate this lease. We're going to sell the unit. So if you could, hey, Gurf, hey, Jake, if you could, move, we would appreciate it. And they gave me a lot of notice. So they were really kind and courteous. So I wasn't too worried. Where are you going? I was very, very lucky. So my lease would have been normally over after January, but I'm literally going into exactly the same unit, just a few floors in another direction. So I'm literally staying in the same building. It really just lucked out that there was a unit in my building, exactly the same layout. It just has some more upgrades and a dishwasher. Ooh, that makes me so excited. It's going to change my life. A dishwasher is literally going to be life-changing. So my new unit is actually also doesn't have carpet. It's not going to have carpet. So I'm going to have it's going to be those laminate floors that look like, wood floors. It'll be really nice in that regard. So I think my stream setup's going to change up a little bit. I don't know how much, but things will look different here despite the fact that my place will look very similar. Will Snorlax fit? Well, he fits in this place. So he should fit in the new place. And I hope your new place is haunted. Jake, what? I don't want my new place to be haunted. Okay, it can be haunted if it's a friendly ghost. I'm down with a friendly ghost. And the ghost can stream with me. Wouldn't that be fun if I had a ghost pal here? That was yo, what's up, ghost pal? Huh? Yeah, exactly, Moth. You're like Casper. If Casper can sit here with me, I'll be like, hello. How's it going, Casper? But yeah, no, I was, this is all, you can hear the exciting breath of fire now. No Casper, no kid ghosts. Kid ghosts are creepy. Yeah, okay, well, no kid ghosts then, okay? But just a nice ghost. No, poltergeist ghosts. He could be part of the stream team. It's true, Mothy. I don't know if I want a poltergeist ghost either. Although, you know what? The other day, I guess Jiro is kind of hidden right now. I kind of need to adjust him for the new stream setup here. I kind of haven't really looked at this too closely lately. But one time I was sitting over here on this couch, as you know you do, and I was playing video games, and then Jiro kept sliding very slowly down down the chair, and I'm like, ghost? And I was like, oh, whatever. And then I continued on with my day. So that was kind of funny though in my heart, because when things move of their own volition, it always, it gives you pause. You're like, I know this is just, gravity doing its work. Something is just not sitting right anymore. But I still like to look at it and think, ghost, maybe. Gangthor, I want a poltergeist who likes to clean and do laundry. Like, ooh, scary. The dishes are doing themselves and drying and putting them away. I would have loved that too. And frankly, I'm getting a dishwasher. I cannot be happier. I truly cannot overstate how elated I am to have a dishwasher. It's life-changing. It's gonna be life-changing. I'm gonna have so much more time left in my days. But yeah, so that's gonna be over the course of the next 2 weeks. So my move, I will probably, next week will probably be a lot of it. So I don't think it should interrupt stream too much, but it might. It might. Hey, Slow to the Party, how you doing tonight? What's going on? What's on the up and up? Happy days for the Pando, indeed. True news, truly knows. Just to another apartment in my exact same building, Slow to the Party, so it should be pretty carefree, but I have to do all the address switchovers. I'm gonna have to switch my internet over, so hopefully switching my internet to the new suite is going to be that's going to be the thing. I'm like, oh, I hope my ISP doesn't mess it all up, because I need it. Packing documents. Oh, I don't have to do much packing because it's literally just a few floors away. So I just have to ride the elevator a few times over the next couple of weeks and move everything over. I'm just going to pile it in. We have carts in our building. So I'm just going to grab a cart and just chuck things in there every so often and go bring it to the other unit. So it's going to be, I'm not going to have to do much packing or unpacking. I'm just going to move things over. Jake, sounds like you'd be okay with ghosts as long as you get the dishwasher. Yes. Ghosts, totally cool as long as I can have the dishwasher. Oh, that's convenient. It is convenient. So I have a 2-week overlap on my current apartment and my new apartment. It's in the same building. I'll take 1 day to move all the really big stuff, the desk, the chair, the couch, my bed, dressers, that kind of stuff. But everything else, I'm just going to well, I can move this today. Well, I can move this today. Unpacking stream when? We did an unpacking stream last Tuesday, actually. In fact, yesterday, while we were playing Mario Party, I figured if we were going to be done, I was planning on doing a 30 round. And then if we were done early enough, I was going to play some, if we had only an hour left or a half hour left, I was going to finish unpacking on stream. But we ended up playing 2 rounds of Mario Party, which filled up the time perfectly. Jake, they should be able to give you an overlap period where you have the service set up at the new address before disconnecting your current address. Yeah, I hope they do. They should be able to help me out. Captain Giraffe, imagine if you got the chair stuck in the elevator somehow. This godforsaken chair. I know, I'm trying to think of maybe doing something. I'm not entirely sure if will really come to fruition or not, but so you can see here, here's a little insider baseball for you all. And what you can't see here is I have a carpet on the floor, but it only goes till right. Oh yeah, you can see it. You can see it right behind me. If I move my chair like this, you can see there's carpet. There's carpet, and then there's a lip, and then it's a tile, the tile flooring. And that's kind of when I'm trying to, do stuff around here, it's kind of a pain. I can't, where my desk is, I can't put my desk half on the floor and then half on the carpet. It would be crooked, right? So the new place doesn't have that. It's no carpet whatsoever. It's all the same flooring throughout. So I might be able to push my desk over more. And if I could do that, like, I'm sure you all can't see anything, but maybe if I push that over more, maybe I can move some things. Maybe I could put like some shelves behind me to kind of, I don't know. There's a lot of things I'm thinking about, and I don't know if I'm going to like go through with any of them, but we'll see. We'll see. Is it a comfy chair? You know, it was okay. So this chair, it's like heavy duty. This chair was previously in my office, like my old, like where I work. And they got rid of a bunch of office furniture. So this isn't like a particularly super comfy chair, but it's like, it didn't cost me a lot of money. It's cheap. Hello, Witcher Mad Max. How are you doing? What's going on? What's on the up and up? Mothy, yeah, it'd be fun to have your games behind you. Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to put my full big bookshelf, but to put some games behind me would be nice. Maybe have like some of my cool dongles and doohickeys like showcased behind me. I think that would be real nice. But it's hard to say how I'm going to do things. And just move your own modem router. Yeah, I should be able to move my own router for sure. Because they, I actually said, like, they don't need, like, when I went through them, I just called them up and they sent me a router, and I didn't even have to have a technician come here for it anymore. It's like so easy nowadays. You don't have to have anyone come and do things for you. I just plugged in my router and it was good. I'm kind of hoping maybe my internet won't hiccup as much in the new place. I don't know if that makes any sense or not, but you never know. Maybe this particular unit has a kind of a weird cable box over here, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. Witcher Mad Max, I'm doing great. I'm doing great news gravies. I'm having a fine Wednesday. In fact, I had a whole medium McDonald's coffee before starting stream today, so I'm awake. I'm with it. This is not the panda who's like yawning and half asleep on stream. This is a panda that's got the vim, the verb, the vibe. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's play some dragon breath. Dragon Breath of Fire 2, okay? Dragon Breath 2. Yeah, I want some dragon bread slow to the party. Okay, we'll click this button here. Yeah, that looks right. Everything looks good there. Okay, now I'll go like this, and I'll press this button. Then I think I need this button. Game start. Yes. Yes, Ryu 37. Perfect. Devon Danger, how you doing tonight? What's going on? What's on the up and up? I always think about how I say your name with like a slight accent. Devon Danger. And I don't know why, but it's very fun. So I hope that you're okay with that. Hattie. Okay, so this is my cool party. I need to go level them up. I don't know what my next steps are. Devon Danger, thankfully, Dragon Breath isn't as bad as Morning Breath. No, however, I think that Dragon Breath is somewhat more deadly. Much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm just gonna doubly check something here. You know, I'm just gonna make sure that like I'm kind of going in the right direction, or what's next on the docket for us here in Breath of Fire, because I feel like we kind of hit the final stuff before you go into the final dungeon. I don't know if that's actually true, but that's what I feel like we're about to do. Was there something to do with getting a shaman? Yes, okay, so we got all the shamans. We did get the shamans, but what needs to happen is we don't have all the, I think we need to get Cat to have death so that she can get the correct upgrade, like our little buddy. Okay, so we did this. Do. Okay. Sure. Turn into a monster like Rand. Yes, look at Rand. Rand was once an armadillo, and now he's this cute little ploppy armadillo. Look at him. Isn't he the best? Oh my gosh, it's so good. This is my healer. My healer is a little rotund armadillo who is perfect. Just perfect. I love him so much. Okay, so I think that everything is good. I think we just have to go get Cat some death. So yeah, and turn her into a monster. So, oh right, and I made my town fly now. Right, that's the new thing we did. Right, and we also turned our town into a flying town, so we don't need airship Nina anymore with her bird sister. How do you like that? Okay, that's pretty good, right? We sacrificed her sister to become a bird to fly us around, only to have us decide we don't need her anymore. Okay, I think there's like an island for leveling up here. I'm just gonna double check where it's at. Do. Sorry. Okay. Okay, gotta go to Monster Island. Okay, well let's you know, there's some story stuff we can still do before we level up and stuff, so maybe we'll do that. Okay, so I have to apparently put, okay. I was wrong. We need to do something first. We need to put Spar in the party. Okay. Do. All right, and we finally found our dad last time too, who turned out that he was like part machine, and that was something. So apparently we need to put, for the moment, Spar in the party for a second. Will your new apartment have a better view than your current one? No, it is lower than my current place. So so the view won't be quite as good, but it's still pretty high up, so. Okay, now we will use spell blue. We'll go to, all right, we got to get out of town to warp. I wish I could warp in town, but whatever. Hello, Enchilada. How are you doing tonight? What's going on? What's on the up and up? Give taco, prepare soup, enjoy drink with, run away? Never run away from the Pando. Yes, I heard that. So I was just looking at a guide, Enchilada, and it looked like Oh, you're right. Take my flying town. Right. I don't know why I'm doing this. Okay, I got to go back to my flying town. I saw that there'll be a moment for grinding after, but should I go grind right now? I'm not sure. But I saw the recommendation that my party should be like 45 before entering the final dungeon. Sir Asgard, how are you doing? What's going on? What's on the up and up? I hope you've been well. Okay, let's warp back home. I don't know why I did this. Pando, you're in the opposite direction. What's going on? What do you mean? What do you mean I'm in the opposite direction? Just for... Okay. Well, Rand currently has... He currently has Cure 3 right now. Mostly we want Cat to be able to have Death to transform, right? That's kind of what I want. So, okay, let's do that first. Before we go to Gate. So, Rand, Blue, Cat. Death happens after you come to Gate. I will show you where to go. Okay, so I'm not going to grind yet then. I'm going to go to Gate first. That's what we'll do. Okay, so let's go. Okay, we'll take Cat out of the party. Because I need to, okay, if I put Spar in my party, can I change my party? Or is Spar going to be part of my party for the dungeon coming up? That's my question. And if that's the case, I might have to, okay. Ruler of Vengeance. Hey, Pando, you're a great, consistent streamer. Dang, that's so kind of you to say, Ruler of Vengeance. I hope that consistency is not the only enjoyable part of the stream. But I always try to be a consistent streamer. I think that's really important. I understand that life finds a way to mess things up for a lot of folks sometimes, but I really do try to be consistent. Enchilada, you just need to get to Gate. Oh, okay. Just use your town to get there. Spar is not needed. Are you sure? Because I thought I had to walk to the... Okay, I'll try. I'm going to trust you. I'm going to trust you. Enchilada. Rand, Blue, Cat. Yes. Order. Auto. Hopefully this game doesn't force you to have a one-on-one battle where you can only use Jean. Hey, Slythex, how you doing tonight? What's going on? Yeah, I know. I'm so sorry. Make 3 parties, but I only leveled 1 set of guys. It's so true, right? Or a last party where I have to use every character. So, you know, strangely with like Final Fantasies, I'm like super cool with like switching out my party and making sure everyone's leveled up exactly right. But I don't know. Something about some of these, I'm like, I don't know. I like my one party and that's it. Okay, I don't have to do anything, just talk. For sure, sounds good, Enchilada. Okay, so now we're going to Gate. So is that, where is Gate, if you don't mind my asking? Do I have to go talk to the tree? I don't actually know where Gate is. Is it north? Northwest. Okay, got it. Gate it. Oh gosh. Okie dokie. Is this it? Perfect. Perfect. That's just what I needed. Okay, thanks for giving my father the necessary maintenance. I wonder if, okay, so you know in like Final Fantasy like 7 and 8 and 9, you can change your party on the world map, right? I wonder if that like is more, that makes me like want to change up my party more. Like I can do that more often because I don't have to do anything else to get there, you know? Okay, can I take stuff from people? No, I didn't, Jake, but I did start watching Squid Game today. It's like the most contemporary show I've watched at the same time. I made it to like early. Yeah, here you can only change the Dragon God statue, sadly. It's true. It makes it kind of cumbersome, and so I try not to change my party too much, which is, I guess, detrimental in the long run, but... Slythex. Also, I don't know how the weather is out there in Alberta, but it's apparently it's significant enough for them to mention it on the news here in Ontario. Is it? Like, what do you... Here, let's tell you. What are they saying about it over there in Ontario, Slythex? How's that so far? I'm really enjoying it. But it's kind of right up my alley. Squid Game is pretty good. Hey, Captain Giraffe, how you doing? What's going on? What's on the up and up? I mean, I love watching Korean TV shows and movies. I'm gonna get snow. Yeah, right. I'll believe it when I see it. It's rain snowing here right now. Wow. Yeah, no, we haven't had any snow yet, which is kind of a bummer. I want to make it, I want the cozy feeling, you know? I want to feel cozy. Saskatoon got snow? Jeez. Jeez Louise. Earlier today. Dang. Dang diddly darn. There's nothing rude. Sir Asgard, I live in an apartment building, so I do not have to shovel nothing. I just get to look down on it and being like, well, I'm glad I'm not out there. I also don't have to commute into work anymore. I'm a permanently work from home situation, so I just look outside and be like, well, looks like this is my day. Enchilada, I'm gonna still look around anyway, but thank you. I'm not sure what I got here and I didn't get here last time we played, you know? Captain Giraffe. I got snow and it's supposed to snow for like the next 5 days. Oh, wow. It's gonna... I feel like Winnipeg always gets a lot of snow. Like, a lot of snow. Sir Asgard, permanently working from home. Sweet gig. Yes, so, like, we used to obviously all go into an office. And then when they were starting the office, people going back, they asked our team, like, they decided to ask teams if they want to work from home permanently or not. And I was like... Our team was like, heck yeah, we don't ever want to go back into the office. We can easily do our jobs from home, so... I am Ross, the mayor of this village. Please enjoy your stay here. Thank you, sir. I do appreciate it. There's nothing rude. No commute equals more money and more time. Yes. Oh my gosh. And the biggest thing for me about working from home, so what I always hated about working from the office was like you're stuck there for 8 hours and then you're like, oh, I have to do my dishes and laundry and vacuum and clean my house when I get home. And you're like, flip, I'm just like, this is going to be so tiring. And then you don't ever have time. It doesn't feel like you ever have time to really rest. Whereas now I'm able to, like, you know, during like what would be like a 15-minute break at work or, you know, lunchtime or whatever, I'm able to get stuff done while I'm at work. And like, I'm not wasting time. Yeah. You know, chatting with like a bunch of coworkers or, you know, having to, you know, go for coffee breaks or any of that kind of stuff. I get stuff done. And then when I'm done work, I'm like done work. I get to relax at the end of the day. And plus, you don't have to deal with that annoying guy Greg in your office. You know that guy, right? For sure. Enchilada. The only Gregs I have is either customers or the one Greg in Final Fantasy XIV. Captain Jeff also spending less on these ridiculous grass prices. Grass prices? Louis Bardock, 923. How you doing tonight? What's going on? What's on the up and up? They say the only way to get the forest back is to kill that dragon. I remember someone warned me to stay away from here. Who was it? We are setting a bomb to kill the dragon. It's very dangerous, so please step back. I don't think that's a good idea. The bomb has been set. It's going to blow. Well, those don't look like big enough. That doesn't look like it'll hurt the dragon at all. He's just gonna wake up and get real mad. Oh my. That actually looks like a chicken foot. It does. Also, how's the volume for y'all? Can you hear the video game? Hi, Nekomichi. What is happening? Have we awakened something very frightening? I think we have made a terrible mistake. The dragon was not absorbing the life of the forest. It was someone behind the dragon. I didn't realize it. I have destroyed the god which protects the village. The demons seem to have appeared from the dragon's hand. Is the dragon dead? If so, will the demon reappear? What shall we do? I have heard there was a person who is very knowledgeable about this dragon. As I recall, her name was Patty, and she travels around the world stealing. Do you know Patty? Then it should be easy. Please bring Patty. She knows all about the dragon in detail. Okay, well, we know where Patty's at. Enchilada, so stated, if you have Nita and try to fly, now things will go after the great bird. Oh, dang. Yes. Can I go into those two doors now, or should I go get Patty first? Oh, I can meet the Death Shaman? Okay. Then I'll do that. Yabba dabba doo. Perfect. Perfect. Well, I don't think I could go into them right now, or maybe it's around the feet, I guess. I'll try the feeties. Oh, that's her. Oops. Didn't mean that. I meant to go talk to her. Bananas. Oh boy. That is the final dungeon? Perfect. Love it. Welcome to it. Nice. I am the Devil Shaman. Thank you for finding me. I will try my best to unite with you. If you would like to unite with me, please come to Granny's. Ooh. Oh, I hope these things don't murder me quick. Hope we can survive this. Okay, they're not really hurting me too much. Okay, Rand. You're fighting piles of hummus. I am. It's gone bad, though, as you could tell by the way they're black. There's like a black mold growing on them. Okay, these guys are going to go down pretty easy now, I think. Jake, she sounded a little unsure of herself. She did. I think she's probably nervous about being the goddess of, or the shaman of death. You might think people would judge you about that, right? Oops, wrong button. I don't know. Maybe, Nekomichi. It could happen. I don't know how long the final dungeon is or anything. You'll just say no? Okay. There you go. Okay, let's join some souls. So do I do cat? And then do I do, I'm probably going to sleep shortly, unfortunately. Quite tired. No worries, Eric's. Rest well, be safe, and we'll see you again soon, okay? Ooh. Now she looks cool. She's very pretty in this form, it's true. Okay, let's go get Patty now. Oh wait, I need to be here. Haha, this is my ship. This is my airship, of course, Pando. Okay, right. So just down here, not too hard to find. I love how it looks like the town is just kind of trotting along here. Do 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 do. Yes, I'm walking down the road. Do 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 do. A town is flying. I'm quitting school. I don't. In a fantasy world, it'd be like, just another day. Sure, why not? Why not? Why not a town fly? Oh, I went to Bando. This is Bando. This is not. This is Bando. Of course, Pando naturally goes to Bando, but this is not where I'm looking for. I know. I know where it is. I just accidentally went to Bando. I just realized that too late. Do 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 do. There we go. Be wonderful if we didn't have an animation every time we wanted to leave, but that's fine. Pando will not complain too much. But if we could just, you know... auto leave the town, that would be great. Yes, the Monster Island, correct? Oh, I think Patty's in here. Oh, no, she's not in here. Wait, where is she? Patty left again. She said she was hungry. Do you think she went to a restaurant? What? Okay, well, what restaurant did she go to? Stink. Oh, the witches one? Or the one with the waterfall? Monster Island is Australia. That too. Perfect. Yeah. And down we go. Oh wait, I wonder if I made it so I can't leave. I maybe have to go in a wider zone. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Do 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 do. Oh, perfect. I can still do it. Great. Patty ate her meal at this restaurant. She said she was going to challenge that grave one more time. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. She was going to challenge the grave one more time. So I guess that's where we, like, finally met her. The thief's grave. That was out in the desert, right? Lower right hand corner of the map. Okay. Trotting along, singing a song. Whoa, 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 we're a flying town. Flying town. Who ever knew we were a flying town? Perfect. Oh, we can't land on... Oh, no, we can't land on sand. I was just a little too close. Singing bass with Flying Town, Flying Town. Spider-Man, Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Look out, here comes a Spider-Man. Darkmoon Shadow, what island of the giant things? I think I parked my town there for easy grinding. Yes, I think once I do this segment, I probably will be doing some grinding. For sure. Okay, let's head on in. What? The Phantom Thief Patty? She heard about a new town called Hometown in the south and went there to steal. She is very conscientious about her work. But now I have to go to the south. Hometown? Isn't that... What? In the south? Oh, I thought this is township. I thought hometown was... This is township. Is that just a wrong thing? Did they just get that wrong? Okay. So I gotta go in here? Do I just gotta go in the main hub here? Hi, Nina. See, like I said on Monday, Rand and Cat returned to their original form. You're right, they did. Okay, well, she didn't appear, so that's fun. Yeah, we noticed that, Enchilada. It's just funny that they're not right now. Oh, there she is. Not that she's in the second floor. Oh, excuse me. I'm just passing through. What? You broke the dragon seal and gate? You can't do that. No, you cannot do that. I forbid it. Thank you for telling me about the dragon. I must hurry. Okay, there we go. Back we go. Let's go, team. Did she steal anything from that desk, though? She just might have, Captain Giraffe. I bet she stole the really expensive pen we had there. Just, you know, outrageously expensive. Be nice if this thing moved faster, but whatever. I can handle it. Thank you for the hydrate, Captain Giraffe. Ding. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh my. Do 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 do. Like I'm walking on the path perfectly when I don't actually need to. Patty came, but she just stands there facing the dragon. It looks weak, but it's still alive. Poor thing, it's so badly wounded. I'm sorry. We thought this dragon was the demon. You have nothing to fear. The dragon is on our side. Don't come close, humans. Was that the dragon? Did the dragon talk into my heart? Leave this place immediately. I am the dragon protecting this seal. My strength is weakened. The demons may break past me. You must escape before it happens. Cassedrian. Okay, so she's telling the old man to leave. He's the only human present, right? He's like, Cat Girl, Armadillo, Dragon Boy, Snake Lady, Bat Girl. Y'all are good. You're not humans, but... You just said seal? What is sealed behind those doors? I don't know what it is. There is no doubt that it is a demon. As the dragon says, we should leave immediately. Is something wrong? Father Hulk? Who didn't see that happening? You don't know what is sealed there? Then I shall tell you. Those doors lead to the road to our god, our Saint Ava. Habaruku! This is fine. You destroyed the Grand Church, but you cannot stop the rebirth of our god. It was worth acting like a preacher in this little village. It was a lot of work acting as the founder of Saint Ava and a priest of Gate. Ryu, your father's home was quite comfortable. Ha. Oh no, it's Hyper Caribou? It won't do any good to get mad, Ryu. Once the doors open, this world will belong to our god. And Patty, you are the key to the road of our god. I don't intend to support an imposter of God. Cooperation? You really don't understand anything. We don't need support to open these gates. What we need is for Patty to die. These disgusting gates were locked when the Dragon Clan trapped our god. There is only one key to open these gates. It is the life of a Dragon Clansman. We failed to kill the dragon, so Ryu or Patty must be killed. But Ryu looks so strong. It would be easier to kill Patty. Now, shall we open the gate? Patty, please die for our god. No, save me. No, I want my big brother. Oh, it's my little sister. Ugh, are you going to get in my way? You don't have the power to fight. I will not let you touch her. How dare you stand in my way? I will protect this seal. All of you, run quickly. Why, are you going to stand in my way too? So be it. I'll kill you first. Okay, ooh, look at him. Here we go. Look at this Octo-Man. Cthulhu? Dark Moon Shadow, shall we open the gate? I don't know. Shall we backstab a crooked priest, right? Aw, yeah. Duncan's Game Chest. Hey, Pando. Hope you're having a great night. I'm having a wonderful night. How are you doing tonight, Duncan's Game Chest? Thank you so much for stopping by and saying hi. Attack. Rand, you can attack too, little armadillo dude. You can do another freeze. That's fine, and you can attack as well. Cassedrian, yep. Patty is your sister. The dragon is your mother. Your dad is the town's fuel tank. It's a weird family, right? Duncan's Game Chest, doing good, just getting stuff done, so I'll be lurking. Well, I appreciate the lurk all the same, Duncan. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I hope that it's productive if you want it to be productive. Gang Thor, did I hear? Oh, I cannot read all that. That's some wild Cthulhu words. Okay, you attack. You attack. You freeze. You attack. Oh, in this house at Riley, dead Cthulhu waits dreaming. Cassedrian, it's probably best that you don't read that out loud anyway. Right, I'll end up summoning primordial evil. Okay, wow. I was like, when is this thing gonna finally heal and or finally hurt us? And there it is. Okay, you attack. Time for you to cure 3, my friend. Wait, who are you? Oh, it's for everyone. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Cure 3 is such a blessing. Captain Giraffe, did I summon a cult in chat? You might have. The wholesome party turned into something else entirely when Cthulhu was brought up. Hit it with Bolt X. I guess that makes sense. I always hate using multi-person attacks for a single target, but probably for the best. But hey, we did it anyway. I cannot compete, but this doesn't mean that our god's rebirth has been stopped. I can't open the gates now, but the power of our God has no limits. We will add more power, and the day will come when we tear open these gates. And when that time comes, the entire world will bow in front of our God. No one will be able to stop it. Ah, 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 ah. He is controlled by the demon. He lied to the believers, and he tried to awaken the demon with the strength of those hearts. You all did a great job. Saint Ava and its founders are gone. They can no longer send power to the demon, but as the founder said, the demon will eventually gain strength, and it will break through these gates. We have no way of knowing if that will be 100 years later or tomorrow. Then again, the demon may never awaken again. In any event, for now the demon cannot awaken. As long as I have the strength, I will continue to protect this gate. But isn't that annoying? We don't know when this bad guy will come out, right? A demon. Let's kill him. Pow! Ryu, you are one who must decide what to do with the demon. Do you wait for the demon to awaken, or do you open these gates from this side and defeat the demon? There is only one person who can make that decision. That is the destined child, you, Ryu. The destined child? Now, Ryu, my destined child, please decide. If you are going to wait, I will continue to keep the demon from awakening. If you are going after the demon, I will open these gates. What will you do? We're going to defeat this sucker. Is that your decision? The world and all its people will be in your hands. Do you accept that, Ryu? Yes. I got the whole world. I understand. My destined child. Cassedrian, I wish the dragon forms weren't just a single shot spell. In the other Breath of Fire games, they actually turned you into a dragon. Yeah, I remember that in the first Breath of Fire. I'm very excited to play the next Breath of Fires after this, so let me tell you what. Oh no! Oh, look at this nice angel lady. Oh, Rand. Hey, Inko, how you doing tonight? What's going on? What's on the up and up? Pow. He's got a real way with words, doesn't he? Enchilada, if you choose wait, you get a terrifying image and game over. Ryu, my destined child. The road you have chosen is very dangerous, but I believe it is the correct one. I believe that you will carry through this difficult task magnificently. Ryu, I believe in you. From this day forward, no matter what should happen, never forget that your choice was the right choice. Goodbye, Ryu. I'm glad I was able to protect you. Oh, the key to the gates is the life of a dragon clansman. Goodbye, my Ryu. Well, see you later, Mom. I gotta, get some levels here before we do this whole thing. I hope you understand, Mom. There, you get to be a dragon. Nice. Breath of Fire 3 is your favorite, Cassedrian. You streamed it last year, and it's still so good. Oh, stink. Yeah, I can't wait to get to the other Breath of Fires as well, because, yeah, I've never played the series, despite the fact that I've, I consider myself a connoisseur, a professor of the Jrpg. I've just never played the Breath of Fires, so very excited to do so. Oh, I gotta retransform them? Are you telling me they're stuck this way? Oh, that's so rude. BRB, Mom, gotta grind. Exactly, Inko. You're doing good. Been a long day. Just gonna chill with y'all. Oh, well, thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, what the heck? They undid my characters. Just a real bummer. That's what that is. I mean, it's fine, but still annoying. All the Breath of Fire games are good, as long as you ignore Dragon Quarter and that mobile game. Enchilada, yeah, since if you choose wait, it ends the game with an image that scared me so much as a kid. Oh man. Oh, Enchilada, if you know, could you like link it in Discord? I would have loved to see that. I think that'd be so cool. Okay, I definitely want to save. I'm going to use the, yes, I'm going to use the Healy land here. I think this is an inn. Captain Giraffe, what? You get to just be like, yeah, I'll enter the final dungeon. Open up. Okay, see ya. Oh, I don't want to do that. I want to sleep. Oh, I guess they automatically sleep when we do this. Sorry. Yeah, I want Rand and cat. Yes. Order. Auto. Okay. Oh, it reminds me, I was looking through some old Nintendo powers earlier, and I saw there's one with the special on Lunar Dragon Song. I was gonna pull it out and take some photos, but then I never got a chance to, so maybe look forward to some sweet spreads of that. Okay, my guys need to be... Why would they undo this on me? It's very rude. Okay, come... Oops, no, not you. Rand. Earth. And I did you a Senny, I think. That game does not exist. Fair. Okay, give me back my little pink armadillo buddy. There he is. Oh my god, so cute. I love it. Okay, now I need to turn my cat lady into a cool cat lady. Cat with Shin and Sana. Yes. She's got a fiery spirit, so I'll give her the fire shaman too. Okay, now we'll go like this. Switchy, switchy. Order, auto. Yeah. Darkmoon Shadow. I'm not sure my final party. I think it was Bao, Nina, and Cat. Honestly, Bao would super be in my party if they didn't take him away from you for so long at the beginning of the game. Like, you get Bao and I'm like, oh man, love this dog boot dude. I can't wait to hang out with him more. And then they like take him away for like the whole first part of the game and you can't use him at all. And I'm like, this is rude. I'm like, I wanted to use him, but now I just don't want to level him up more. I'm like, I'm used to my other party now. But I totally otherwise would have. Inko, I love this shaman aspect. That and the bit where you get to build your own village and recruit people to live there and build your house. Very Animal Crossing, right? Duncan, I need to play through this game. You absolutely do. It's a real treat. It's actually, if you have a Switch and you have the Super Nintendo online stuff. Oh, I don't need to go in here. I need to go here actually. You can play it for easy peasy. Cassedrian, speaking of endings, anyone else here like the other ending to this game? The one we aren't going to see on this stream. Oops. You do not yet, but you can emulate it. Oh, of course. Yes, of course. Okay, so I'm going to... Okay, so before we go and do a little bit of a grind time, I'm going to quickly... I have to just use the washroom real quick. Don't go anywhere. BRB. I'll be right back. Can keep talking about those endings. I'll be really quick. I'm so sorry, Nekomichi. I didn't say I'd be back in 2 shakes of a Pika's tail. Nintendo Wii forever. The Wii is a really good little guy. So we're gonna go where of Capitan? Where is my little island for the grind now? Wherefore doth a panda go? Where even is Capitan? I don't even know where I'm going. I forgot what town is which. Just north of you now? Oh, okay. But there's no islands just north of me. Nekomichi, they're on the recliner now? Nice. Yes, taking a lot of relaxation. Nice relaxation time. Is it just not on the map? I just would like to know where I'm going. Okay, so it's a little more to the east or the west, or I just find it if I just keep going north? Oh, is it? No, this is not it, right? Oh, there it is. Okay, this must be it. What's in this house? Can I discover? Oh, this island, says Inko. There are 3 giant monsters on this island. Okay. Island of the giant things. Yeah, okay. So a guide I saw said to be about level 45, maybe, for the final stuff. So I'm not sure if that's going to be like really lengthy to do or not, but we'll give it a shot. Welcome to Grind Island, Pando. Thank you, thank you. Why is my... Okay, Q... Why is her... Oh, it's probably because she didn't... Oh, I understand. Never mind. We're fine. Devon Danger. Nothing gets better than a hacked Wii on a CRT. At least if you're a retro nut. Ooh, yeah, that sounds real nice. What's in here? Things I can take? I was plowing this land and found a shining rock. When you hold the rock in your hands, you can see the bones. Isn't it strange? What are you talking about? You're right, we do know him from the first game. What? You think you know us? You must be mistaken. I don't know you. I smell something burning. Well, that's fun. Definitely looks familiar. He was actually one of my favorite characters in the first game. Duncan, I still want to get Fatal Frame 4 import one day and do the translation hack for it. You never played 4. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. I played Fatal Frame 4 for the first time. Fatal Frame... Not Fatal Frame 4, but Fatal Frame for the first time on stream over the... It's Bo and Karn. Karn does look like has a little issues right there. Okay, well let's... And I can't say I loved it, but I am interested in trying to maybe eventually. Oh, giant blue ground thing which is no defense, so hack away at it. Will do. Okay, let's go. Hi, giant bird. Gosh, you can see all like his like porous holes and stuff. It's kind of giving me the creeps. Okay, cat, you're gonna attack. Ryu, you know what you're gonna do. You're gonna attack. And you are going to hit it with a Bolt X, maybe? I didn't expect the 2 of them to hook up after the adventure, but good for them, right, Cassedrian? Good for them. I don't like think it's creepy. I think it just gives me the heebies just because he's got holes all over him. I just don't like the idea of that. Oh. Save AP for this monster, just physical attack. Oh, okay. Well, he died pretty quickly. Rand in this form hits like a train. I love it. I know he's my big old paladin armadillo. A paladillo. But see how fast that was for the amount of EXP for it? For sure. It's just, you know, it's just, I can just go to my town and use the heals, right? I mean, heal up, right? So I'm not really concerned about AP at all. Duncan, yeah, I need some fixes. I was playing through on stream and had more than a few things get glitched. Dang. Captain Giraffe, Tridophobia or whatever, it was from like 5 years ago. Oh, like the whole problem? Yeah, you know, actually seeing potholes like in a row really kind of creeped me out in the past. So finding out about the whole thing made a lot of sense to me. I was like, oh yeah, I super got that. But some of those pictures are just gross for like anyone, so I don't know why. So sometimes it's just like, well, of course that thing would be gross, but okay. Attack. Right, you said just hack away at this one, right, too? Oh, no magical work on it, right? Okay, got it. Hi, Komodo. How you doing? What's going on? What's on the up and up? The Chore King. Love him. Exactly, enchilada. That's what I'm saying here. No worries for me on all the other stuff. So I can just go heal in town. Oh, we got poisoned. I forgot to sorry, Rand. Oh, perfect. Well, oh, good job, Cat. 32, that's what we need. That's what not that is. That's not what that is. Okay, let's go into town. Yeah, killer wasp is right, Ma. It's a big mean old bug. They all add him. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. Everyone automatically heals when I come in here, right? It's just done diddly darned. Yeah, they do. Sweet. Okay, fight things, please let me fight things. I want to fight things now. Ace Prestige, hello, how are you doing? What's going on? What's on the up and up? So this guy is the guy that needs the do. It smells like burning. What are you cooking, Karn? Exactly. Sorry, I totally missed that. Just cast death on it to win. Oh, right. Okay. Got it. Got it. Same old, same old. Well, good to hear, Ace Prestige. Better than things being excitingly bad, right? Inko, I can't remember. Does the Switch Online SNES app have a speed amplifier for games? No, it doesn't. It lets me rewind, but it doesn't have a speed up option, unfortunately. Which, you know, I love for these scenarios. Oh gosh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, Ryu attack. Cat attack. Ran spell, cure poison on yourself. You attack. Okay. And she'll add a good thing you're building up money. Before last dungeon, I recommend buying tons of items, healing items, life P1, and even wild fruit to restore AP. Yep, that makes sense to me. I can do that. It's funny because Cat's purple, I can't really tell what, if she's actually been poisoned or not. Okay, attack, attack, spell, cure poison on Ryu. Ace Prestige, I don't know if I asked you this or not, but your face is familiar, and your face is similar, and your name is similar to someone you used to frequent your chat here on Twitch last year. Were you ever called Mando's Pando? No, absolutely not, but that's wild that there was someone else with a Pando going around. That's wild news, woolies. I've never heard of that before. Is my doppelganger out there somewhere? Oh, well, thanks, Komodo. You both kind of favor? What? Huh? Wait, why is Cat normal again? Why does it keep doing that? Why? Oh, if they die, they lose their transformation? Okay, that makes sense. That changes things. All the Pika Nugs in the Panda's room will thank you. Okay, unite, Cat, with Shin and Sana. No biggie, just popped in my head and thought I would ask. Hey, no worries at all, Ace Prestige. Cassedrian, dying or you think even going near fatal removes the transforms? Oh man, that'll be a pain in the big in the final dungeon. But they save it, so just say list and hit cat and it will use it for her again. Oh, that's handy. But man, that won't be very fun in the future. It is. Well, that's okay. That's okay. We can take the inconvenience. No, I don't know. What, Komodo? Oh yeah, this guy. We can just get rid of him really easily. Spell. Death. See you later. Billy Lee. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. I'm not sure what you're doing there, but this is your first RPG. Well, your first Final Fantasy. Well, Final Fantasy for the NES was, but this was the first one you beat. Ooh, nice. Happy to hear that. Panda, do you have the chop spell? It works. It drops those giant flies pretty handily. Same with death on the A-Sludge enemies. I'm not sure what the chop spell is. Who has it? You need some Rand. Enko, oh yeah, you beat me to it for sure. Billy Lee, yeah, it's one of your favorite memories. Thank you. That's awesome, Possum. I'm so happy to hear that. I've been really enjoying my time with this game for sure. It's really good. Ace Prestige, you know, I think you may be onto something by just playing RPGs. Really hard to rage at RPGs. They're just grindy and long, that's all. Not like Fortnite or other shooter games. Well, yeah, Ace Prestige for me, it's not about... So, they always say... Okay, so this is going to sound kind of funny, but... They always say that if you like something, other people are going to like it too. Like, we are not... Okay, this is going to sound like rude, but it's not. We are not all unique snowflakes who like something that nobody else does. Like... Chances are, if you like something, someone else is going to like something. And I was like, I want to watch more people play RPGs on stream and actually tell it like a story. So I figured if I wanted to see it, other people would want to see it. Plus, you know, when you're grinding, it's very easy to chitter-chatter with chat. And also, I like to do like the voices, so that works fun for the cutscenes as well. Spell death. Hi, Fire Emblem Lord. How you doing tonight? What's going on? What's on the up and up? Billy Lee. Oh, you need to get it from the Wildcat restaurant, but you need to pass some requirements, but the story probably progressed. I think I don't remember. I thought I did some stuff in the Wildcat restaurant, but maybe not. Duncan, play Arcana, you will rage. Well, I have gotten mad at this game quite a few times. Jake, Pando going all Tyler Durden on chat. No, not. That's just a quote I always think of, but it's not in the, you know, I'm not trying, I don't believe in Tyler Durden's, you know, point of views here. I'm just saying that I was like, it was more in the context of like writing a book or something like that, or making a video game. People are like, make something or write something that you like. Don't try to worry about what other people will like. Chances are people are going to like the same thing you do. I know you're joking. Oh, so I did miss the which party? That's fine. I'm cool with that. Ace Prestige. Yeah, you prefer playing games where you can actually pay attention to chat as well. Fortnite, kind of hard to do unless you don't care about dying a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I've never been into competitive games unless it's Mario Party or Mario Kart, which are not serious competitive games by any means. So yeah, I've never been one to be into those at all. I I like getting a story out of my games, or I like single player experiences way more. Ace Prestige, I don't know if you've ever played it, but American Truck Simulator is quite the relaxing game to play and stream as well. I've watched a lot of American Truck Simulator. Haven't played it, and I don't think I'll ever stream it. I don't think. Duncan, mob after mobs with lots of the enemy has dodged your attack or the spell has no effect. Oh, love that kind of stuff so much. Just kidding. So okay, maybe if it's a JRPG, it has to be played on this channel eventually, because the thing is, Pando must play through all the JRPGs. Billy Lee, yeah, I thought the Chop Chop was too late to get since the story progressed. You should try to get the Bell spell from the Bell Rhythm game. That would be fun. What? Devon Danger, what are your thoughts on Western RPGs like KOTOR? I love them quite a bit, actually. I've played through some Elder Scrolls. I love the Witcher series. Mass Effect and Dragon Age are very close and dear to my heart. I haven't played a lot of Fallouts, but I played Fallout 3 extensively and loved that game. I want to play some more Divinity. I am a fan of the Western RPG. It's just, for me, the roots of the Western RPG are mostly on PC. You know, people call them CRPGs for a reason. And, you know, around the era of Baldur's Gate and, Neverwinter Nights and such, I didn't have a good PC. I didn't have a PC until I was like 19. We had like an old PC that could run like ICQ and MSN Messenger when I was like a teen. Maybe Roller Coaster Tycoon if we were lucky. But in my own, it wasn't until I was quite a bit older that I had a PC that could run video games. And I just did really into World of Warcraft, and I never delved too deep into CRPGs from there. But the one that I really, really, really am dying to play is, oh gosh, what is it called? It just came out with their director's cut recently. It's called, I always forget its name. I've been looking at it for so long. What game am I talking about? Nope, not Baldur's Gate. It's a new game. Not Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. No, but I have wanted to play that game for a while. But that one I could have played. This is one that came out very recently. It was like Game of the Year. Oh, it came out in like maybe 2019, I guess. And then they just came out on the Switch. Forget what the name of the game is. The thing is, I know the game. Oh gosh. It was very big on the PC. It just came out on the Switch just recently. It's very much like a traditional style CRPG. Billy Lee, I miss the old PC games minus the wildly popular Doom because I was too poor to afford a PC until 2000. You missed out on games like Alone in the Dark. Yeah, me too. I never played any of that stuff. Witcher Mad Max, what is it about? You know, it's I think you're an insurance guy or something. Maybe you work for the union. It's like, that sounds like no, that's a JRPG. No. I know all those games. Shin Megami Tensei 3. No. This is something that just came out. And this is a Western RPG. No, okay, I'm just gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna director's cut Western RPG. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Disco Elysium, yes. Whoo! Thank you. Whoo! My brains, that felt so good. It felt like there was like a stoppage in my brain. Yes, Disco Elysium. I've been dying to play that one, and there's a Western RPG for you. Yeah, I've been dying to play Disco Elysium. I have had no excuse to not play it other than the fact that I'm playing. Been playing a lot of other games. Also, what was I going to say? Yeah, Star Ocean definitely not a CRPG. But also, like, apart from like Western RPGs, I'm also really big into just games from Western studios as it is. Like, I love the racing God of War. I've always been into the Assassin's Creed series. Love Uncharted. Strangely, I have never, unfortunately, finished Last of Us because I lost my save when I brought my PS3 in when that first came out. So I want to finish The Last of Us eventually. I really, I love the new Spider-Mans. Love Control. Oh, I have Control. I have not played it yet, actually, though. Oopsie. I just love video games in general. If it's, or the Ori games, Hollow Knight. I love a lot of indie games. Cassadrian, Disco Elysium is amazing. Yes, I know it is. I've been staring at it for so long and just haven't got around to playing it. But yes, despite the fact that my Twitch channel is devoted specifically to the JRPG, your Pando loves all the video games, save for competitive shooters. Oops, no, wrong. Spell, oh my gosh. Cure poison on Stu? No, okay. Cure poison on Ryu. Attack. Devon Danger. Control is good, but it's easy to get lost. Yeah, I don't mind getting lost in games. Billy Lee, I want to play I Am Setsuna. I heard it was a spiritual sequel to Chrono Trigger or some other RPG, probably made by the same team too. I need to play an RPG made by the Lufia team that's recent. Oh, so I was playing I've played through I Am Setsuna and I don't want to like pish posh on it, but I did not love it. It was very, gosh, it was kind of boring. But I still, I'm still slowly going through it. I just haven't got around to doing it again. Dark Moon Shadow. Going through the screenshots, it looks like Shadowrun. Yes, I think that was a comparison a lot of people gave it for sure. Devon Danger. Anyone else looking forward to Elden Ring? So I have not played a lot of, you know what I was gonna say Souls games, but also the company that made the Souls games. What is their? I can't remember literally anything these days. It's really bothering me. Souls games. Who makes them? Tell me who makes them. They're by the company From Software. Woo! I haven't played a lot of From Software games. I usually don't love the combat in them, so I've kind of avoided them up to this point. I played some Demon Souls back when it was out on the PS3 when Atlas put it out, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll play the Atlas game. And I was like, I don't know. People love this, but I don't. And then turns out maybe I'll play Elden Ring. Billy Lee. Oh, I tried Shadowrun for the Genesis. It is more action than the SNES, do you think? Ooh, Nekomichi, you're avoiding Elden Ring. Why is that? Jake, Shadowrun for the Genesis, one of the best 16-bit games. Ooh. Cassadrian, an important thing to keep in mind about Disco Elysium, it does not have combat in the traditional sense. I love the way that sounds, Cassadrian. I love when games do things differently. I love it. I love the way when video games turn the tables on your expectations. Jake, it's more right. You said there's more action RPG than the SNES, the Shadow game. Joe Fest, hello. How are you doing tonight? This looks like the boss from Team in at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Turtles in Time. Thanks, Devon Danger. Yes, From Software. And go. Oh, look into Sea of Stars if you're into the retro style RPGs. That one's been looking really promising. Ooh, I definitely will have to put that on the list. I think I've seen it with my eyeballs. Fire Emblem Lord, I beat Dark Souls. Ooh, congratulations. Billy Lee, I gotta finish through these games I never completed, like Shadowrun or Blackthorn. Yeah, you know, the backlog, it does not stop growing, Billy Lee. I don't know if you know this, but it just keeps on going. Duncan, King's Field is amazing. 2's probably my favorite for the questing and clearer path than you have through it. Very fair. Nekomichi, I'm avoiding it because George R.R. Martin is part of the staff. Oh. Whoa, my goodness. Every other game in Civil Rights 3. Holy guacamole, everyone. Thank you so much for the raid. Hi, raiders. What's going on? What's on the up and up? Every other game you're playing Craftopia? Woo, what's Craftopia? I don't know if I've heard of that. What is going on? What's on the up and up? Woo! Hi, raiders. Hello, hello. Civil Rights, what were you playing tonight? Oh, you must have been playing together. Were y'all playing together? How are y'all doing? Craftopia is like 20 games all combined into one game. Ooh, holy baloney. Hello, Matiger. How you doing? Craftopia is like someone smashed every game together. How are y'all doing tonight? Well, hello, everyone. I hope you had a wonderful stream. My name is Pando. For those of you who don't know me, I stream almost exclusively JRPGs while doing voice acting when there's no voice work. It's a nice, chill place to hang out. We like to talk video games, nostalgia, and have a nice, chill time on the internet. It's supposed to be a nice corner of the internet. So if you like any of those things, feel free to give me a follow. Otherwise, I appreciate y'all coming on that raid. And hey, Matiger, thank you so much for the Big Tiger. Welcome. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on into the Pando party. Woo, 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 woo. Ding. Pando pose. Yes, also food. If you like food, you've come to the right place. We'll talk about it. Thank you. So was Craftopia a good stream? Did you have a great stream tonight? Civil Rights, thank you so much for those bitazoids. It means so much to me. Thank you.
13 tenths recommend Pondo.
I love the way my robo gal says Pondo. Thank you for following Pondo. Every other game, JRPGs, kindness, and food. Who wouldn't want to stay here, right? Inko. Thank you so much for those bitazoids. It means so much to me. Get to hear that sweet, you get to hear the sweet Cats on Mars from Cowboy Bebop. Hey, it is D-Pain. Thank you so much for following. Welcome to the Pando party. Woo, 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 woo. Ding. Cactuar pose. Now it's a Cactuar pose. So my Cactuar is kind of off screen tonight. Yeah, this is great. Overwhelming with Twitch effects. Yeah, I truly love it when the emotes just go flying. It's very funny to me. Okay, this Chore King, am I making this? Okay, all right. Cure poisoning. Sorry, everyone. I'm also in the middle of fighting this big, stupid fly who sucks. But that's all that's going on here. More emote explosions. Yeah. Thank you so much for the follow. It means so much to me. I love emote explosions. It's there's just something like lovably chaotic about it all. Okay, attack. Oh wait, no, Rand, you should maybe heal the team. Yes. Provided we all don't die here. Yeah, thank you so much everyone for those bits and the raids, the follows. It makes your Pando real happy. Okay, so we need to let's spell Rand. Cure poison. Anakin, take my follow and my love. Yes, folks, please go give Civil Rights and every other game some sweet follows. And yeah, thanks so much, everyone. You're all cool news cucumbers. So we have to just make Cat be a cool cat again. You know how it is. Perfect. Now she's cool cat again. We don't have to watch the whole party, which is good. And then we'll go like this. We'll go switch. Make sure that my big pink roly-poly boy is the head of the party because he's my paladin. He's both my healer and a tank. So what more could you ask for, right? I love it. I love that my little armadillo guy just can heal and tank, you know? Call him a paladillo. Hey, you like that one? But suddenly 6 unfollows. Oh, flip. Why is it always this stupid fly? I hate him. I hate him. But thank you. Thank you, Dark Moon Shadow. I hate this stupid fly. You suck so much. And he gives me like he's the biggest pain and he gives me the least amount of XP. It's really just stupid. He looks terrible. And he also he has really low HP, but he also has extremely high defense. So you just have to like chip away at him. And it makes me just, you know, hopping mad. Fire Emblem Lord, fun Fire Emblem Lord fact. I got GBA version of Breath of Fire 2 along with my all-time favorite Fire Emblem and Tactics Ogre, the Knights of Lotus for Christmas 2003. Ooh, that sounds like an excellent year, my friend. It's D-Pain. Biggest pain? I think this fly is challenging you. He might be, actually. Do you pride yourself on making a simple task extremely difficult? Dark Moon Shadow. I immediately dragoned this guy when you found where your attacks weren't working. Yeah, this is one of those like tricks though, where like your attacks are working. It's just there's not a lot of HP anyway. So one hit is like, what? When did he do that? I can't tell when she's poisoned. Sorry, I don't mean to get all cranky there. But seriously, what? That's so annoying. Okay, spell, cure poison. Otherwise, I would have cured Cat's poison first. I should have paid attention to that. That's on me. It's a D&D DM. He prides himself on punishing other people. Of course, that's how it goes, doesn't it? I do like that this fly's name is the Chork King, though. That's good stuff. That's some quality words here. Pain took the words right out of my mouth, and it warms my soul to be recognized. Everyone's hating on my babies. Fire Emblem Lord. I've been wanting Breath of Fire 2 a long time. When I was like 8 or 9 after seeing it in a Nintendo Power magazine. That's how it goes, right? You see that in a Nintendo Power magazine, you're like, what more do I need in my life? If it wasn't for Nintendo Power, I never would have known what Harvest Moon was. And I was like, where did his wings go? That's weird. And I think that game, that game taught me that games could be very different. Okay, gosh, so this guide I saw recommended level 45, but I might just make everyone level 40 because this is a slow process. Grinding this game is not a quick and easy prospect. Especially when you keep losing your Civil Rights 3, the only Nintendo Power magazine I owned growing up, had Breath of Fire 2 and Mega Man X3 in it. I longed for this game growing up. Never did get it. Were you ever able to rent it? I rented so many games. Because, yeah, we couldn't really afford to buy a lot of them, but renting them. Now, it was a Friday, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, can we please rent a video game? and nothing would be better. For a while, we didn't even own a 64, so we would sometimes, if it was like a really exciting weekend, we would get to rent a 64, and that was so good. Nope, you were never exposed to it till you got your SNES Classic. Ooh, wait, is Breath of Fire on the Super Nintendo Classic? I have the Super Nintendo Classic, but I haven't actually turned it on for a really long time. Fire Emblem lore, that's how I game. Renting, nice. Oh my gosh. Ugh, I hate this guy. You know what? You're right. I'm just gonna blast him in the face because I just don't want to deal with him anymore. Attack. Attack. Reuse. Spell. Yeah, just Great Dragon him. Get rid of him. Oh, thank you. I will, in fact, wear the Murloc. Ding! Murloc on my head. Yeah, eat it. Fly. Yeah, Civil Rights. It is, in fact, on Nintendo Online. It's where I'm playing it right now. Makes sense. Finally, we're fighting something that is not going to totally poison us to heck and back. He kind of looks like a moon bird. Do you know what I'm saying? Chorking, no! You're cheering for the Chorking all along, Pain? Cruel. Is that an angry bird? You know what? It kind of does look like an angry bird, doesn't it? I wonder if this bird was the inspiration for Angry Birds. Right, Civil Rights? He does look like one, exactly. Of course the DM cheers for the monsters, right? Okay, in case we meet another Chorking, I want to make sure I can just Dragon Blast it into smithereens. Civil Rights. The kids these days would probably say, you just look like an angry bird and combined it with a cold virus. You know, Angry Birds is, I mean, I'm actually kind of concerned. Is there like a generation of people now who already wouldn't know what Angry Birds are because it's old now? Like it's been out for too long? Enchilada, I scared Nekomichi with the bad ending image of this game. Oh no. I'll have to go look at it. Civil Rights, you might be right. You got the bad ending first in this game? Yeah, it's apparently you could just say no and get it. Spell, right, death. There we go. It was scary. Yeah, Enchilada was saying it was very spooky, so I made Enchilada post it in the old Discord. Ooh, an extract. That's nice. Hello. Give me that extract, please. Pain. They just came out with the Angry Birds movie a few years ago, but I know what the kids like. But I don't know. I don't know what the kids like anymore. Yes, they did come out with that. I remember that. And I remember watching it in the theater and being like, well, not watching the movie, but seeing the preview in the theater and being like, do kids like Angry Birds still? And being very confused by it. I'm like, this feels 5 years way too late. Duncan, now I want enchiladas, right? Who doesn't? I had some breakfast enchiladas on Saturday, and I'm still thinking about them. Fire Emblem Lord, lesson learned in anything, take them down. Exactly. Anything that is growing in power. Exactly. Yeah, the extracts are super helpful. Chort King is back. Hype. Yes, Chort King, welcome back. And he's gone. I'm sure we'll see Chort King many more times, Pain. Dark Moon Shadow, my friend got me a walkthrough when I was halfway through this game, so you don't have to worry about running into the bad endings. That's real nice. Do you still have that walkthrough, Dark Moon Shadow? Devon Danger, The Spirits Within versus the Angry Birds movie, or is better than the Angry Birds movie. Man, okay, so when The Spirits Within came out, I was like I lived and breathed Final Fantasy. All I listened to is Final Fantasy soundtracks. All I could think about was Final Fantasy. I was just obsessed. So when I went to that theater that day, I was like, nothing will be better than this movie. And then I was like, okay, that was pretty, but it wasn't what I thought I was going to get. And my dreams were crushed. It wasn't really that dramatic, but I was like, my heart and soul was expecting something different. Nekamichi, hey, I like Spirits Within. You know, it's not a bad movie. I just, the little Final Fantasy fan that I was at the time, I was really hoping for something a bit different, I think. Darkmoon Shadow, unfortunately, no. Oh, that's too bad. I think Little Panda was just like, I wish they'd called it not Final Fantasy. Duncan, I think a lot of us didn't expect what Spirits Within turned out to be. I don't think Squaresoft got what they wanted out of Spirits Within either, because, hey, they had to merge with Enix after that because they lost a whole gajillions of dollars. So, you know, things are really looking up for them. Someone is named Cindy in the movie. It's true. And she wears like a Chocobo shirt at one point, so that counts, right? Darkmoon Shadow, tame Chort King and use him as a flying tank. Gosh, I wish. If I could tame Chort King, I would. If we could ride his back to victory, I'd be there. Oh, Pain, well, I have work tomorrow and sleep is to happen at some point. Peace, everyone, and praise Chort King. Pain, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Rest well, be safe. I hope to see you around again soon, and I appreciate you joining us. I think I said that, but I'll say it twice, you know. Okay, Rand. Use a spell. Yeah, we'll go heal up, whatever. This is kind of a slow process, hey? Why does it take like a jillion years to level up in this game? Okay, what do I want? I want to equip Silver Rights. I also need to dive into bed. Y'all are great. Have a great night. Silver Rights, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Rest well, be safe. I appreciate the raid, and have a really great night, my friend. Devon Danger, thankfully the quality of their CGI cutscenes after that improved dramatically. Money well spent in my eyes. Oh, well, are you telling me that Final Fantasy VIII was not just literally the best CG stuff you'd ever seen before? Duncan, at least they gave us Final Fantasy VII Advent Children years later, which was amazing. Yeah. I think that Advent Children is actually kind of a little bit of a mess, but it is really good to hear the One Winged Angel there at the finale. Yeah, you know, I had a fun time watching Advent Children. Enchilada. The only other location I say to level is near Bando, but that area is just faster, I think. If you get folks up to 40, I think you'll be okay. You have to grind off stream too. Enchilada, I do not play my video games off of stream. I will not do it. More importantly with Final Fantasy Advent Children, the ringtone. Dun, 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 dun. Totally. Absolutely. Witcher Mad Max. Advent Children is more just to throw things that fans may like kind of stuff. That's true. That's accurate. You need that ringtone. I haven't used a ringtone in years and years, so the idea of a ringtone is like foreign to me now. I'm like, wait, what? I've had my phone on silent since like the dawn of time. Items. What am I doing here? I'm going to switch everyone. Exactly, Jake. All Pando seasons are unabridged. Same, to be honest. And you can thank extended warranty scams. Thanks, Nekomichi. Ding. Advent Children was definitely a mixed bag, but it's deeply ingrained in my mind from watching it so much. Totally. I mean, at the time it was really, really cool to see, you know, your extremely polygonal characters in an RPG. I mean, in a highly beautifulized CG environment, right? Now that the Final Fantasy VII remake is out and good, in my humble opinion, well, that's really what changed my little Pando feelings. On ringtones, your current phone is a chocobo ringtone, like dun 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 dun. Fire Emblem Lord. After watching you play Xenogears, I got it on my Vita. Nice. Sweet chili heat. Why is it always this guy? Can I just cancel this guy? I hate him. Duncan, I'll play it again when I get a PS5 next year, waiting for Gran Turismo 7. Ooh, you're a big old Gran Turismo fan? I actually never played the Gran Turismos, but I got pretty into Forza during the 360 era. And hearing so many good things about the new Forza, I want to check it out, you know? I'm not so much like a car nut, but I do really like... I think the Forza games are genuinely fun. You also like Forza, but not as good at it. Totally fair. See, I always thought I was less good at Gran Turismo and much better at Forza. Maybe it's because I always play Forza with the little arrows that kind of like give you some good like, oh, accelerate here, slow down here, like those little like the guide arrows, I think, which are very good for teaching you how to play those games. Fire Emblem Lord, I love Forza. You'll try Forza. I love Need for Speed. So yeah, the thing to remember with Forza, it's definitely more of a what's the word? A driving sim game versus it's not very arcadey at all. And the Forza Horizon games are much more supposed to be the kind of mixing a bit of arcadiness with the Forza driving simulator stuff. So it could be a bit of might be too not arcadey enough. Devon Danger, maybe Advent Children is better in retrospect after remake. I'm not sure, but Dirge of Cerberus is still painful. Devon Danger, I'm playing Forza 5 right now. It's really nice, much easier to control now. Oh man, I can't. Oh, I've heard just incredible things. I'm a little bit behind in game releases. I'm currently playing through Neo World Ends With You, but my Shin Megami Tensei 5 comes in this week, which I'm very excited about. Oops. Duncan, same. I want to play Neo. Love the OST. It's so funny. In the demo, they have the worst song, I think, in the game in that demo, and I was so terrified. I was like, are they doing like this new metal kind of music for this game? Like not new metal like NEW, but like NUW, like new metal, like Limp Bizkit style. I was like, this is bad. Oh my gosh, please say this is not the music throughout the whole thing. I was very nervous. And then I found out, oh, they just play with, there's this tons and tons and tons of genres of music in here, and it's not stuck to this song. And I'm like, oh, thank God. And it's been much, much better as I've gotten deeper into the game. Duncan, saw the World Ends With You anime to get caught up recently. Nice. I loved the original World Ends With You on the DS. It's one of my favorites. Okay, well, this is nicer just fighting this guy over and over. I don't want to see another of those flies ever again. The Chork Kings. Duncan, I had a hard time understanding the battle mechanics, so I hope New is more forgiving there. It's I think, yeah, I believe it is. Because, yeah, the DS one tried to make you do, like, a lot of gestures a lot. Oh, great. The Chork King heard me call him out. Okay, here we go. So when I was a kid, Ritz had these chocolate covered, like biscuits, like they were like Ritz crackers just covered with chocolate. And I remembered them all of my life. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish that Ritz would release these chocolate covered Ritzes again. And oh my goodness, I found them. And they are just as good as I remember. And anyway, if you like salty, sweet, but also like shortbready kind of flavors, dang it, get yourself some chocolate covered Ritz. Duncan, I also got Nocturne recently. I'll play through it soon. Yes, I've owned Nocturne on my PS2 for quite a long time, and then I picked up the Nocturne remaster for my Switch, and I've been meaning to play it, but I've decided I'll probably play it through first time on stream. But I have my community vote for all of my games, so it hasn't won a vote for its era quite yet, but it was also pitted up against stuff like Paper Mario Thousand Year Door and Tales of Symphonia, so I understand those are very beloved. Devon Danger, I really enjoyed what I played of The World Ends With You, but sadly never completed it. Yeah, you know, it was a really, really good game. Like, I was very, very into it back on the DS. It was one of the games that when I beat it, I was like, gosh, I just want to replay it right now. I never did do that, but I was very close to, and that doesn't happen all that often. Jake, choco covered Ritz sounds pretty good. Oh my gosh, it is, Jake. It has it's like almost like a little thin shortbread cookie almost, because they're really buttery, right? Like Ritz crackers, but a little bit salty. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Oh yeah, just birds and slimes forever, please. Captain Giraffe, wasn't Ritz like sandwiches a thing for a while? I seem to remember 2 crackers sandwiching a thing of an icing like an Oreo. Yeah, they still have mini Ritzes where you can get the peanut butter ones or the cheese ones. But yeah, Ritz mini sandwiches, those are, I believe, still are really a thing you can still buy. Actually, now that I'm saying that out loud, I realize I haven't had them in a really long time. But I used to love them, like both the cheese and the peanut butter ones. I had them like in those like snack packs as a kid. Jake, I called them Ritz biscuits when I was a kid. Oh, that's such a good, that's so good. Ritz biscuits. Oh, Ritz bickets. Those were epic. Well, that sounds awesome. But yeah, if you can find the chocolate colored ones, the chocolate covered ones, heck, so good, so good. And I think they're only out for Christmas. They're like a limited time for Christmas only, and so, you know, it's good stuff. Captain Giraffe, yeah, but they did like a chocolate vanilla ones. It was half black and half white sandwiched. Really? I've never, okay, that's new. I never seen that. Oh, good job, Blue. Level 42. Good job, Blue. Level 42. Now, if it could just be like this for a while and we don't have to see any chonkings or chorkings. Captain Giraffe, I'm going to fact check myself. BRB, of course. Nice. Oh, so close to totally moidoing it. Wow. Those are big hits, Rand. We're just going to take this opportunity for Rand to just use a little Cure 3 here. Why not? Ritz Bit sandwiches s'mores? Oh, man. That sounds pretty darn good. Gosh, I just love snacks. Like, I love snacking. Like, I don't think that's like a super controversial opinion or anything, but I love it. I wish I could just eat snacks forever. Like, you know, when you go to like a, you know, a dinner, like you like go to like a parent's like dinner party or something, and like someone's put out like a bunch of cheese and crackers and sausages and like nuts and stuff, and you're just like, I'll just eat this. It's a real thing you're looking at now. Jake, I find that opinion highly offensive. How dare you like snacking? Pando in bed to making everyone hungry. It's my constant plan. You all, how are y'all feeling tonight? Are you feeling hungry? Cause I will make you think about food. Just like I'm constantly, you know, aiming for that that McDonald's sponsorship. Which, oh my gosh, speaking of McDonald's, they currently have a spicy habanero McMuffin, and I love McDonald's breakfast sandwiches so stinking much, and I'm like, oh, a spicy McMuffin. I want a spicy McMuffin. Devon Danger, a bit sad, but I just ate, thanks. Captain Giraffe, hey chat, you all want to make a grilled cheese. Duncan, same, and I shouldn't have them. I know, I'm so silly. I'm like, well, an egg McMuffin is only 290 calories. It's got a big thing of protein on it. So I always, if I'm like trying to be better, I will get one of those and not a big old sausage McMuff, but dang it. Jake, it's not uncommon for new followers here to put on weight, like the freshman 15. Duncan, I always have 2 instead of 1. Yeah, I try to just order 1 now, but when I was a teenager, and you can just kind of eat a whole bunch of stuff, I would eat 2 sausage McMuffins all the time and be like, yeah, I'm living the life. But now I try to limit it to just 1. Devon Danger, did anyone else catch the Mariah Carey branded McDonald's meal? No. What? Also, okay, here's something. Right now, the big meme going around is that it's Christmas time, and so Mariah Carey is let out of her vault or whatever. And I'm like, I don't know. For me, maybe it's because I'm like, you know, full-blown child of the 90s. But I'm like, Mariah Carey has some seriously good music that is not Christmas music, so I don't just automatically associate her with that. She has one really annoying Christmas song, and then she has a lot of like incredible bangers. The Michael Bublé joke is the one that makes more sense to me. I'm like, yeah, Michael Bublé. Now there's a Christmas singer. But to me, I'm like, there's a lot of really good Mariah Carey pop songs from when I was a kid growing up. So she's like just got incredible music to me. or at least stuff that just makes you feel nostalgic, right? So the whole Mariah Carey as a Christmas singer solely, I'm always like, what? No way. I take personal offense to this. Captain Giraffe, and yet he only has 1 Christmas album. It's true. He has a mostly, actually, Michael Bublé has like music that people have chose for their wedding song, and then Christmas music in my mind. It's true. I think it's because he's like an old-fashioned like crooner singer. And that's his whole like shtick, is that, you know, his music's kind of old-fashioned. Devon Danger, before I became vegetarian and got clean, I was eating more of those syrup egg muffins from McDonald's than any other point in my life. Oh, you mean the McGriddles? Jake, I honestly don't think I could name one if I had a gun to your head. Of course, of course. You love McGriddles. McGriddles, they are really good. Devon Danger, yeah, I love the McGriddles, but I was heckin' on drugs, so I don't know any better apparently. Hey, I am as sober can be, and I still love McGriddles, but I also love garbage food, so. Right, one Michael Bublé song you should say, of course, that makes sense. Fire Emblem Lord, I love McGriddles. I mean, stinking good, right? Gank Thor, now I want pancakes. Dark Moon Shadow, all hail Chor King. Oh, you want that Murloc to say that? Okay. Oh, he's on my head. Oh, I'm still wearing him. I forgot. So you've requested Murloc to say all hail Chor King. Here it comes. He's going to say it for you, okay? And? Oh, you don't say. Wow, wow. Thank you. All hail Chor King. Mwah. 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 You've been a wonderful audience. Mwah. Mwah. Woohoo! Fire Emblem Lord, I love World of Warcraft. Oh my goodness, Mothy has requested a Snorlax stream. So for the next little while I'm grinding here, I will not be grinding. Snorlax is going to be grinding for me. It's about 20 minutes of Snorlax time. So I hope you still stick around. I will, it's going to be me. It's going to be Snorlax here streaming for a while. So, give me 2 shakes of a Pika's tail. I just got to, you know, bring our good little buddy over here to hang out. Be right back. Why, hello everybody. Welcome to 20 Minutes with Snorlax. It is 9:59, almost 10 o'clock, so I'll go till about 10:20 in place of Pando. But I hope you're all having a lovely evening. Fire Emblem Lord, thanks to WoW, tanking in 14 is a breeze for me. 11-year tanking veteran. Also, Final Fantasy XIV helps ease my discourage of being a healer in WoW. Yes, as someone who played World of Warcraft as a healer for 15 plus years, Final Fantasy XIV has felt real nice in that regard. Hello, Nekomichi. How are you doing tonight? I hope you're doing very well. It's so nice to see you. I wish I could wave, but I guess you can't see my arm that can wave on stream. Ho 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 ho. This Chor King seems like a fine fellow, doesn't he? I wish that he wasn't such a pain to
fight, but what can you do when you live in a shoe? Not much. That's what I say. Captain Giraffe, will Lax be mildly upset against the Chore King? Mildly upset. Chore King's fine. He's very big and rotund, not unlike myself. As I understand it, it just makes this grind a little longer, but as it goes, it's okay. Jake asks, Snorlax, are you nervous about moving to a new home? Well, I trust Pando to make it a pain-free move, but I am a little nervous, to be honest with you. Will I be as comfortable on the couch in that place? Will you be able to see me on stream as well as you do now? These are all very important questions. But Pando doesn't have the answers to any of them at this point. Hello, Mothy. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, they're petting a fish in that emote. That is so good. Those new hype train emotes are really great. It's so fun that there's some new ones. That cute little fish getting pat. I really can get behind that. I'm not even gonna bother saving. It's just taking extra unnecessary time in this grind. Mothy says, nice to see you up front, Snorlax. Oh, Enchilada, it's a wild Lax. Hi, Lax, great to see you. Hello, Enchilada, it's really great to see you tonight, too. Dark Moon Shadow says, Snorlax probably feels at home on the island of the giant things. Yes, this giant slime feels like my friend, you know. I'm not a particularly green Snorlax, but I am a particularly round Snorlax. Nekomichi asks, hey Lax, I've been curious. How did Pando convince Pika to let the Moogle sit on his head? You know, Pika can be a real pain, but at the same time, Pika understands Pando has final say as the bringer of the chicken nugs in this home. So as I understand it, she bribed him with more chicken nuggets than ever before. Ooh, Ryu moved to level 39. Nekomichi, so she blackmailed him. It's true, their relationship's a little topsy-turvy, I must tell you. I'm not sure I can condone these actions, but I'm not Pando. Ho 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 ho. Well, I hope everyone's having a wonderful Wednesday. Tomorrow it's a holiday here in Alberta. Nekomichi, have you asked Pando to blackmail him into not harassing you? I am the only person Pikachu doesn't harass because I am much larger than him and I am resistant to his electrical shocks. So I just sit on him if he's misbehaving. And it all works out in the end. I am the scariest of all of the guys. Shockwave says, hello, Snorlax. Where's our Pando? Well, Mothy says, Mothy has redeemed the Snorlax stream, which means I stream for the next 20 minutes. Pando's nearby, but she's just having a well-deserved nap. She's eating some cookies, in fact. Nekomichi says, tell Pando I want a picture of you sitting on him next time. Oh, I think that can be arranged. Indeed, Yes, I think that can be arranged. Nekomichi asks, okay, there's a grass or something on this island that keeps moving around. What the heck is it? So those are hunting spots, Nekomichi. I could go there and hunt the animals there, but it's frankly a bit of a pain and not necessarily worth it. Oh, these must be rare. These are like will they give me all of the XP? What should I hit them with? Should I hit them with my... Enchilada says, so these are rare. Very heavy magic. Okay, let's hit them with our dragons. Devon Danger says, what are Snorlax's favorite vegan foods? I love tofu. Fry it up and give it a nice little sauce, and it's very akin to a nugget. In fact, I also really like the brand name Nugs, which are simulated like a chicken nugget. We're all very big chicken nugget aficionados around here. Of course, that makes sense to me. Oh, that's very nice indeed. Let's go, Grand Dragon. Great Dragon. Beautiful work, team. Oh my goodness. Look at all of that XP. Oh, that's incredible. That makes me a very happy Pando. Ooh, Cure 4. Very nice. I hope we find more of those golden slimes. They will make my life much easier. Let's grab a save after that one. Devon Danger, what are your favorite vegan foods? Oh, this guy really does. If I was spiky and had a beak, this guy would feel like me. Oh no. That hit hard. Nice. What does Cure 4 do? Nice. Recover HP completely. We can't complain about that, I don't think. Devon Danger. I like a good Thai noodle stir fry. Ooh, I also like Thai noodles. Now I'm hungry for some Thai. Actually, I've had an amazing... I think Pando has had an amazing vegan pho before that she really loved. Nekomichi, oh man, Snorlax, I wish I had you in Final Fantasy XIV. You can sit on some of the enemies for me. That would be very nice of me, wouldn't it? Sometimes enemies just need to get a little sat on by a Snorlax. Was it at a royalty house? No, it wasn't, Jake. Though apparently I found that we do have some of those inappropriately named pho restaurants here in Edmonton. Devon Danger. I also made a bomb pasta and sauce with artichoke and sausage. Field roast makes great Italian sausage links. Oh, that sounds incredible. I love a good pasta. If it wasn't for French fries, a good pasta is my number one favorite thing to eat. I could just eat it forever and ever. Ah, here's our goodest friend. I really like the way that Cat's tail twitches now. It's very good. Nekomichi, last major battle in Shadowbringers 5.0. Wahoo! Nekomichi, congratulations! There we go. Well, I wasn't 100% sure if this would be a full grinding stream. At least that's what Pando said. But it looks like it might be a grinding stream. But we might make it to level 40 on this stream and then we'll just be able to do our thing. Jake, you got snow. Oh, I'm jealous. I've heard it's gonna snow here. I'll have to look outside. Asks Nekomichi, says snow? What snow? It's that stuff that falls from the sky that when it falls on the Pacific Northwest, no one knows what to do. And I've heard they all drive off the road. Oh, 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 oh. I hope that wasn't a mean-spirited joke. Mothy says, I don't want snow until December. Mothy is a snowbird at heart. Devon Danger says, good thing. I'm sure this is not Snorlax's first foray into grinding. I'm with you, Jake. I really like snow. I get very tired of it by February. But I love the initial snow so much. Oh, there it is, light snow. That's fair, Mothy. That temp is a horrible number. That's actually kind of nice for November, Nekomichi. You're not too far off though, Nekomichi. It's still pretty chilly where you're at. Captain Giraffe, snow in general, nah. Recreational snow is a-okay. Captain Giraffe, do you like to go snowboarding or skiing or anything like that? Or do you mean you like to go snowmobiling or snow machining, right? Mothy, well, you get to stay home. No winter driving, which I dislike the most. Yes, winter driving, no fun. Jake, yes, that's basically hoodie weather indeed. Snowmobiling, of course. Us Ontarians call it snow machining, at least where I was from. Maybe we're weird. Probably weird. I mean, where Panda was from. I'm from the Kanto region, but you know how it is. Captain Giraffe, but I work outside all year round, no matter the weather. Oh yes, I can definitely see your feelings on snow in that case. Yes, 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 that makes sense to me. Nekomichi, the two things I hate the most, being in a car in the snow, is going over a bridge and being in a bus. Oh, I've been in a bus many times in the snow. A few years ago where I worked, you had to take the bus over a bridge. It was terrifying. I can imagine. Yes, mostly Mothy just dislikes the cold. According to my calendar, it's actually -6 out here right now. That's very cold. Fire Emblem Lord, I love snow, but hate ice. Yes, ice on the roads, on the sidewalk. It's really, really unfortunate. Ooh, Winnipeg. It's a bit warmer in Winnipeg. Nekomichi, wow, the cat got off the blanket she's been sleeping on. Well, holy baloney. Who thought cats would like to get up? I barely like to get up. Still wet snow though, of course. Well, hopefully it doesn't ice up Captain Giraffe. Devon Danger says, I still remember that Pokemon commercial with all the Pokemon trapped on the bus. What was it like shooting that? That's a great question, Devon Danger. I had a great trailer in the back and they just let me sleep on set and off set for most of the time. So frankly, I barely remember it. Oh, 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 oh. Yes, that's great. Oh, please link it in the old Discord. I would love to see it. Oh no! I hit a button too fast when I meant to do death. My mistake. Well, I think we can just murder it here. That should be okay. Brian Icon, I forgot to follow when Pink raided here. I'll fix that now. Oh, Brian Icon, thank you so much for following. Welcome to the Pando party. Woo, 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 woo. Ding. Pando pose. Normally Pando would be here. But Panda will be back in roughly 3 minutes. But thank you so much, Brian Icon. I really appreciate that. Yes, I will try not to press the wrong buttons for Pando. Rig's voice! Hello! What's going on? What's on the up and up? Rig's voice, the nerds are coming. We wear beanies and praise Jasper. Hello, Rig's voice. Hello. I'm currently almost done being a Snorlax, but I will see you all in, oh my God, how are you? I'm not normally a Snorlax, but, how goes how was the stream? What were you streaming? Is this Squaff asks, is this one of them Atari 2600 games? Okay, one moment everyone. Give me just 2 seconds here. Pando's gonna join you. Let me just get myself situated here. I've done... Everyone say goodbye to Snorlax. Pando is coming on out. Give her 2 shakes of a Pika's tail. I'll be right back.
Hi, Raiders. Thank you so much for coming in with that raid. Hi, everyone. Sorry, Snorlax talks so slow, so I couldn't really properly say my appropriate hellos before I switch back to the game. I just want to do a good hello. Hey, Reek's Voice. Thank you so much for that raid. How is Tales of Vesperia going tonight? I love Vesperia so much. Brian Icon, Reeks would like it here. He was right off. Thank you so much. I'm so happy. Pink and Tender, so great to see you again tonight. I hope you're having a wonderful evening. Squaff, this one of them Atari 2600 games from the old times. This is actually from the Super Nintendo. Atari 2600. I think they would just be boxes if it was a Atari 2600. Rig's Voice, thank you so much. Warrior Firestorm, thank you so much for joining in on that raid. Rig's Voice, it's such a good game. Abyss is my favorite Tales games, though. Have you played it? Yes, I have played Abyss. I actually own Abyss. I have most of the... Okay, I have a vast majority of the Tales games. You love that Snorlax and all of the Pika Pokemon plushies. Thank you. This is my stream team here. Snorlax is a chat redeem, so if you spend the 20,000 points, you can make Snorlax stream for me. And that's what was going on there. So yes, everyone, thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. So hello, for those of you who don't know me, I am Pando. I stream almost exclusively JRPGs. That's not to say I don't play other video games. I love video games. I'm very deep into knowing what's going on in the industry and the culture and everything about games. It's just been my whole life for the last 25 years. Previously worked in the industry. I don't right now, though. I'm on Twitch. Also, I like to do voice acting when there is not voices in the game. Not particularly good, but it's fun all the same. Additionally, I like nostalgia, food, talking about lots of stuff. So if you like a nice, chill, cool place to hang out on Twitch, come to the right place. Ding. So thank you. It's so nice to meet you too, Reek's Voice. I'll definitely have to go drop you a follow. Squaff, is that the Super Nintendo Entertainment System? I hear that's where you can play the Mario games. I hear that's where you can play them Mario games. It is, Squaff. You're right. So you can put your game tapes in and play them Marios. Thank you so much, Reek's Voice. I'm so happy that you're here. I'm so happy. Midnight 156. Hello, Pando. How are you doing tonight? You're not dead, Midnight. I'm so happy to hear that you're not dead. In fact, I'm elated to hear that you're not dead. If you came in and said that you were in fact dead, I'd be pretty bummed about it, honestly. Devil's Cry. Hold on, Reagan. Did you just read Pando? Devil's Cry, how you doing? What's going on? What's on the up and up? Math Mission is one of the best places to be these days. Math Mission, gosh dang it, that's so kind of you to say. Thank you so much. Devil's Cry, Panda is great. I can vouch. Flip, you're too kind. I really appreciate that. You're dead emotionally. Well, I am very sorry to hear that. Star Pendle, good evening. How are you doing tonight? What's going on? What's on the up and up? So everyone, I'm currently playing through Breath of Fire 2. We're near the very end, and you know what happens when you're about to go to the final dungeon. You have to do some grinding. And so I've been here kind of grinding all evening. It's been like exceptionally thrilling. But I'm having fun, having lots of fun conversations on the chitter chatter. So it's been good. I think that we're just trying to get to about level 40 on our characters before we go delving into the depths. Devil's Cry, I'm finally eating. And how is Pando tonight? What are you eating, Devil's Cry? I'm doing great news gravy. It's what I'm doing. Reek's Voice, I'm super happy to be here. I'm so happy to have you here. So I know you're playing Vesperia, Reek's Voice, but what are some other games that you play? Pink and Tender, thank you so much for bringing the folks together. I love it. I love to have the folks getting together. Yeah, and speaking real good, you might all find that I am just a poet with my words. Devil's Cry, chicken fried rice, flip. That sounds real good. Midnight, this reminds you of Pokemon. That's an interesting, I mean, is it because of the, what about it reminds you of Pokemon, Midnight? Pink and Tender, some may say a wordsmith. It's funny because I'm actually like, by trade, a professional writer. I should be good with words, and I think if I'm actually writing, I'm much more eloquent when I'm writing words down, but when I'm saying them out loud, I'm like what? Reek's Voice, oh my gosh, I play tons of Tales games. They're your favorite JRPG series. You also love Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest as well, some horror. Nice. So horror, try to say it, pronounce it completely there, is something I actually just started to delve into this Halloween because previously, spooky games have just been too spooky for your Pando. But I don't know, maybe I'm just old now and I'm like, whatever. But mostly I was just finding them kind of funny. Though I have watched a whole playthrough of PT and I don't think I can play that. That's too much. That's too much for me. It's too spooky. My favorite JRPG series, Reek's Voice, is Persona. But my favorite Final Fantasy is 8, strangely. A lot of folks think that's weird, but it was the first one I ever beat, so... Squaff, the fusing reminds you more of Shin Megami or Digimon, which also reminds me of Shin Megami. Oh, love SMT. Shin Megami Tensei 5 comes out this week and I'm so excited. I'm currently like trying to catch up on some stuff, so I've been playing Neo The World Ends With You at the moment in my Pando personal time, like not on stream. And I'm like, I really wanted to finish it before Shin Megami Tensei 5 came out, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm like, do I pause my Neo World Ends With You to get into Shin Megami Tensei 5? And I think I might, because I've been waiting for that game since the Switch announcement, folks. Oh, I did this wrong. Oops, I did this wrong. Just pressing too many buttons here. Thank you for the hydrate. Bye, Midnight. Ding. Witcher Mad Max. This is my time to include Legend of Heroes. Oh, are you talking about Trails? Because I love Trails in the Sky. Cold Steel. I'm so excited that Ao and Zero are finally coming over here. Woo! Oh, the art, Midnight. That's right. SMT5 is Friday. It sure the heck is. Reek's Voice. I've never played the Shin Megami series. I know I need to, of course. It is definitely different, but it's so good. Brian Icon, streamers have personal time to play games. It's all I do. So you might be like, yo, Pando, you see this hot new TV show? And I'll be like, no, because I almost never watch a lot of TV. I'm usually playing video games. Squaw, you play all the side Shimigami games, professional Jack Brothers speedrunners, maybe? No, I actually never played any Jack Brothers. I've played like, you know, your Digital Devil Sagas, your Ryonosuke versus King Abaddon stuff. You know, I played like almost most of the like the side stuff in that respect to Shimigami. I guess Persona is technically considered a side stuff, even though it's now, digital, not digital. I already said Digital Devil Saga, but the one that was on Digital Devil Summoner, is that the one that was on the DS? Sorry, I was trying to look at my DS games, but you hear SMT is quite difficult, right? It is, but kind of like in a rewarding way, I think. Brian Icon, yeah, video games are life. It is so true, Reeg's voice. Video games and anime, the rest is just there. Totally. I sometimes watch, like I used to watch way more anime, like so much. And then I just kind of didn't anymore. I think I just have a harder time finding stuff that I really like now. Sorry, I just forgot what I was doing here. Star Pendle, hearing 5 is closer to Nocturne, actually. Yeah, I'm excited for it. Reeg's voice. I used to watch more anime now, too. Not as much nowadays. It's hard to do as a busy adult, right? Especially when there's like just a sheer quantity of video games. And I'm like, I usually only watch something if I'm eating. And then I just want something very easy to watch, like something that's not going to make me think too much or get grossed out or anything like that. So like I watch like, you know, something fluffy like the Tales of the House Husband or whatever. Devil Survive is your favorite SMT sub-series. Okay, so Survivor, so you're right. I think you said that. Devil Survivor, right. The tactical game Squaff. Yes, sorry. Yes, the tactical game. That's what I'm referencing. Pink and Tender. I've watched entirely too much anime. You know, that's totally cool. I mean, I've watched a lot of like older stuff back in ye old days. But, you know, your humble Pando is 37. So when I was like between the ages of 17 to probably around 22-ish, that was like my prime anime days. Cause you know, I had a place actually to rent anime where I lived for a while. So I watched so much anime. Yeah, Reeg's voice. See, I love late 90s, late 2000s anime. Newer stuff is harder for me to watch. Yes, you know the exact thing. I love that earlier, not earlier stuff, but that stuff so much. Brian Icon, nerd. Yes. You're Pando, huge nerd, mega nerd, wallabaloo nerd. Yes, I love, the nostalgia. I know, I have like, I'm like super curious. So okay, so this might be controversial, but the Cowboy Bebop, Cowboy Bebop, first of all, is my very most favorite anime of all time, and it's, you know, probably because it's the first serious anime I got really into. Excuse me, I don't know why I did this like Twitch thing. I was trying to be like, but I'm like serious, maybe not, I don't know. But anyway, and the new Netflix live action series is coming out. And I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to be fair to it. You know, I can't imagine it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be very good, but I'm not angry at it. I think a lot of people are really mad at it, but I'm not. I'm just curious. It seems like something that if I had told 17-year-old Pando that when she was a full-blown adult, that they would make a live action Cowboy Bebop, I would have choked. I would have been like, no way. But anime is so like mainstream now, and I was so uncool. Brian Icon, Riggs will say I'm a nerd too. I keep telling her she's wrong. I believe in you, Riggs. I bet you know, if we're here on Twitch and we're talking about video games and anime, we're all probably a little bit nerdy, you know what I'm saying? Scoff, I watch more anime now because your work is all computer related, all dubbed, ain't got time to read. Of course, yeah, there's so much dub stuff out now too, and usually I'm eating when I'm watching anime, so sometimes I'll like look down at my food, and if it's in Japanese, I'll be like, oh no, I'll get if they say gomen, but I'm lost otherwise. I think the newest trailer looked potentially good. I actually haven't seen it. You feel that. You do greatly enjoy Bebop, but you want to give the live action a chance. Me too. Nekomichi, it can't be as bad as Death Note was. Phantom, hey Phantom, how you doing tonight? You ever see Violet Evergarden? No, I haven't. I've heard good things though. Pink and Tender, as an older nerd, I'm with you. Do you? Okay, it's so funny because I feel like it's funny to think of us as like older nerds, but I think that the people who were nerds at our age, they're even older than us now, and I bet you they're still nerds. So I don't think we're the oldest nerds. They're out there. Prepare to cry for Violet Evergarden. Oh, I don't love crying. Crying is not fun. We're all amazing nerds. Exactly. We're not elder nerds just yet. It's true. I refuse. I remember I read this thing. Someone made a movie review, and the people in the movie were like supposed to be 35. And they were like talking about how, oh, I did this wrong. I meant to do Ryu Dragon Attack. I'm too busy blah, blah, blahing. I forgot how to do this. And they called the people who were 35 the movie middle-aged. And I almost spit my coffee out as I was reading it that day. I'm like, no. It's maybe true, but no, absolutely not. I refuse to be there yet. Though I'm not one of those people who doesn't want to get older. I'm just, I'm not ready for that yet. Not ready for that title. Brian Icon, not me. Only play bro games like sports and Call of Duty. Not a nerd. Oh, of course. It's so funny. Whenever I've always been such an advocate for folks who only play like mainstream games and not really much else. And I'll be like, you know what? Yeah, absolutely. You can call yourself a gamer if you want to, but I don't want to gatekeep, but hey, if you're going to be rude, but then you have like people who like, you're not good at Call of Duty, then you're not really good at games. I'm like, I don't think you understand. That feels like an oxymoron. How dare they? Exactly. Captain Giraffe, have you watched the series since Beastars? No, I'm still watching Beastars, Captain Giraffe. I'm very slowly going through. Devon Danger, you don't love to cry, yet you plan to watch Netflix Bebop. Curious. I know, I sobbed. Oh my gosh. The end of Bebop, I cried so much. My mom got me the final, this was back when anime came out in like 4 episodes per disc. And so she got me the final disc for Christmas that one year. And I came out just sobbing, like ugly crying. And she's like, I'm so sorry. Phantom Gamer. Okay, I was scared of Detective Pikachu, but it's actually enjoyable. Yeah, Detective Pikachu is great. Squaff, I don't trust any live action anime, no matter where it's made or the intentions. Most just don't translate to real life well. Some are inspired by live action media already, so it's like straining the same dough till you have dough again. Very fair. I understand. I'm here for a good time. I just want to see what they do, what changes they make. Brian Icon, we all know this is a lie. I play anything. Very similar. I think the only stuff I don't heavily play is I don't play competitive shooters just because I don't have time to get good, as the kids say. I have too many other games to play. Phantom asks, did you save the old man? By the way, I did save the old man. Of course. Yeah, I had to save the old man. Neko, the anime version of Erased is so inferior to the live action. I think I watched Erased and I really liked it, but I had no idea there was a live action. Pink and Tender is such a great but hard ending to experience. Totally. It does have a great ending. I loved it. It's so good. Devon Danger, I can't wait to hear more Yoko Kanno that isn't just tank. Yeah, I have all those Bebop soundtracks. They're so good. Though I used to wake up to tank in the morning in high school, and then it made me hate tank because don't ever use a song you love for an alarm. Just an FYI, it's a bad time. Nekomichi, the live action came after. The problem is the anime started before the manga was done and they had to rush and make a horrible ending. I don't remember the ending. Squaff, so you play competitive fighters. Going to need to see your Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition to your list. Okay, also I don't play competitive fighters. If anything requires me to play a game over and over and over and over to get good, I just don't have the time for that. I've got too many video games to play. You know what I'm saying? Spike is alive. They never showed his body. Neko, since alive. Oh, right. Fire Emblem Lord. Only competitive genre I plan to do is fighting games. You're a rookie. You'll go casual. The only fighting game I ever kind of got decent at was Marvel vs. Capcom 3 with Amaterasu. I just learned a very cheesy button combination, and then I just did that over and over while my friends were learning how to play the game, and they would always get really mad. But then guess what? They figured out how to counter it, and my days of even thinking about winning were over. Chick, I don't think you're huge into the shmup genre either. No, but I have played shmups and I don't mind them. I just like, you know, usually not into it. Devon Danger, I used to wake up to the bombing mission from Final Fantasy VII. Do you now hear the bombing mission and have like a little bit of like a wincing PTSD feeling? Because it took a long time for me to even remotely enjoy tank again. We're gonna need some competitive shmups, competitive JRPGs too. Well, wouldn't you say, okay, would you say that Final Fantasy XIV is a multiplayer JRPG? Would that be wrong to say? Phantom, I need to step out. We'll be back in about 40 minutes. No worries, Phantom. I might not be still streaming at that point, but either way, have a great night. Rest well, and we'll see you again soon, okay? Devon Danger, gosh, I hope they don't turn Cowboy Bebop into another multiverse plot like every other property. Right? Speaking of live action shows, Final Fantasy XIV Dad of Light is really good. I love the title of it so much. Okay, we're getting up there, folks. We're getting really close to hitting level 40 on a bunch of characters here, which is all we've been really looking for. Devon Danger, I like alarm clocks that start off easy. I'd imagine tank would be a bad alarm. It was, especially since, okay, so my clock, I obviously, now, you know, it's the future. I don't even have an alarm clock anymore. I have my phone and my Apple Watch. That's how I wake up in the morning now, which is infinitely better to get the little, when the Apple Watch wakes you up in the morning, it like just taps your, just like tap, 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 tap. It just taps your wrist until you wake up. And that's like 3 gajillion times the like better. It's the best way to wake up. It does not make me feel awful and bad. But the alarm clock I used to have with a CD player in it, that's how I used to wake up to tank in the morning, it had a gentle wake system. So it started off really quiet, but I got so accustomed to this alarm clock throughout my whole life that I could hear the click of like it turning on and then hearing the low tank start up and then get louder and louder. Like it just was ingrained in my soul as I have to get up and go to high school, and I'm very unhappy. Squaff, looking forward to the latest Final Fantasy 1 remake with Edgy Garland. Oh, the chaotic one? chaos. Full of chaos. So much chaos. I have a PS5, so I should have been able to check out the latest demo they put out, but I didn't get to. Was it a time demo? I don't know. Is it still accessible? I have no idea. I'm very excited for it, Nekomichi. Devon Danger, anything associated with waking up is trash. I am yes, your Pando. You might be surprised to hear this. I am not a morning person. I am not. I like to have like very quiet mornings. Squaff, yeah, Garland got a phone and it has a playlist. Oh, flip. I gotta check that out. Enchilada, yeah, Nekomichi is loving this. So happy she got to experience this moment. It's wonderful. Oh, I'm so excited to get further in Shadowbringer. Fire Emblem Lord, I'm in Heaven's Ward still. Yeah, I had to actually devote a day to streaming Final Fantasy XIV just to make it significantly farther than I have been, so... What am I doing? Oh, right. I'm going to use a spell. I'm going to use Rand's spell. I'm just going to have him cure the team. Jake, huh? I pictured you waking up to a death metal and beer every morning. You're right. That's totally me. No, I'm always like, I don't want to get up. I mean, it's been... Since I work from home now, I don't have to, like, get up early to, you know, get ready, become presentable, pack a lunch, catch the bus, go to the office. Like, since I don't have to do that whole rigmarole, I've been infinitely happier in the morning when I can just like roll out of bed like a zombie and just walk over to my like laptop and be like, meh, 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 meh. I guess I'm working. Devon Danger, I don't know how I ever woke up for school. For all I know, I could still be sleeping, trying to stave off going to school, stave off going for school, right? Holy. I think it helped that like I went to bed at like 9 o'clock when I was in school, but good night, Bootless Pit. Rest well, be safe. Pink and Tender, yes, that zombie work is the best way to start. It really is. You don't really have to worry. You just kind of sit there and like, I'll read my emails, you know, click. I'm like, and then as it gets better, I'm like, oh, okay. I'm starting to, you know, okay. And then, you know, by the time I get through my initial like chunk of stuff in the morning, I feel great. I'm like, this is good. I could do this forever. Rig's voice, I'm going to lurk while I get ready for bed, but I'll be back, Pando. I love your vibes. I hope you have a fantastic stream. Thanks, Rig's voice. Thank you so much for the raid. I can't wait to go to your channel and give you a follow, a roo. Rest well, be safe, and I can't wait to see you again soon, okay? Devon Danger, I was terrible to myself. I got my best gaming done after everyone went to bed. See, I lived in a really small house, so...
Who's that Pokemon?
Hey, Starpendle!
Starpendle gifted a tier 1 sub to Rake's voice.
Thank you so much for the gift sub.
Gift subs in the channel.
It means so much to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, now you can share the gaming chew all around the internet. Aw, Starpendle, thank you again so much for that gift sub. It means the world to me. Aw, stink. Hopefully, well, I guess this guy might almost die, so he'll spend his whole time curing, and he probably won't hurt our characters, so... Nice. Okay, spell, Rand. You can cure 3 the team here. I don't think we fought a... Oh, no, Ryu has. Okay, we should probably heal up. Oh, because we have to fight one of these jerkaroos. Okay, okay, we can't run. Got it. Fine. Fine, fine. We'll just attack it to death. I forgot that I probably needed to. This will just be a slower fight now, which is always really boring, but... Okay, attack. Okay, I can't tell because she's already purple. I can't tell if Cat got hit or not, so you know, it's good. Okay, so she does go a deeper purple. I see, I see. Okay. Good, good, good. Okay, you attack. You attack. You have to cure 4 Ryu. Hey, Space Robot Arm, how you doing tonight? What's going on? What's on the up and up? This is Rad News Rhinos, isn't it? Oh, you've been playing Final Fantasy 2? Have you been you've been playing the Pixel Remaster, right? Am I wrong? Right? Am I wrong? Folks, y'all should go check out Space Robot Arm, by the way. I don't know why I suddenly sounded very American. I am wrong? Oh, you're not? No, right. You're just playing straight up. Anyway, you should all go check out Space Robot Arm. Super cool, very rad person. Woohoo! You're playing the PS1 version.
I'm playing the PS1 version.
Well, thank you so much for that sub. It means so much to me. 6 months. Holy baloney, guacamole. That's awesome news. Armadillos. Hey, Mothy, thank you so much for the bits. And hey, we started a hype train. Now, not that I'm encouraging it or anything, but if y'all complete at least one hype train level, you do get some new hype train emotes, which are very, very cool. Because I don't think we've all collected them yet, because they just came out this last week for Animal Week or whatever. Hey, oh my gosh. Woo, Starfendel, thank you so much for those bits. It means so much to me. Hey, Gamer Jam, how you doing tonight? What's going on? What's on the up and up? Sub bits, nah. Panda just wants this animal emotes. I do. They're so good. Gamer Jam didn't know import things was a thing. Getting a refund. Oh, Jink, thanks so much for this. Thanks so much for those bits. It means the world to me. What do you mean, Gamer Jam, with the import things? Well, hey, now we can all get some fun emotaroos. Import fees. Oh, import fees are the worst, hey? I've been hit with some bad import fees in the past. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for starting that hype train. It is, and for Star Panda, holy smoker diddles, for doing those 600 bitazoids. It means so much to me. It's been a very, despite the fact that I've just walked around in circles for practically the majority of this stream, this has been a very, very fun evening. Oops, I didn't mean to go in here. Wahoo! I don't think we've had a hype train for a little while, so this is exciting. I'm very excited. Or at least for the month of November. Man, why now I'm getting the bad luck again. I was kind of having the luck where I didn't have this guy for a while, and now we're getting the revenge of the Chore King. Space Robot Arm, are you intentionally grinding or walking around in circles because you're lost? I'm intentionally grinding. We're actually the next thing for us to do is go to the final dungeon, Space Robot Arm. And so I'm just trying to get some of my characters up to level 40 so that we can actually do a nice, good fighteroo. But this game is kind of slow to grind. But we're doing it. We're killing it. So we already have Ryu up to level 40, and then Rand and Cat are both 38, and I would like them both to be 40 for our final dungeon encounter. So we're very close to having that happen, I think. It's very sweet new salamanders, if you ask me. So yeah, the finale should be on Monday, I think. Oh, I didn't mean to say that sound for a really long time. All right, no, attack, 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 spell. You can do death. Yeah. Grinding is the way, Fire Emblem Lord. And yeah, for those of you who are not particularly folks who have been around the Panda channel a whole lot, on Fridays, currently, we've turned it into Final Fantasy XIV Fridays in order for me to catch up in Shadowbringers before the game comes out. I mean, Endwalker comes out on, I believe, December 7th. So we'll be back to Breath of Fire next Monday, and that might be the conclusion of it. Enchilada, yeah, I know this is hard to grind, but yeah, Cat and Rand to 40 will be best for when you'll be ready for the last dungeon. Yeah, you know, it's not too bad. It's fine if we actually have a lot of these guys we can just, like, auto-attack to the end. But when it comes to getting those Chore Kings, then it just makes it a little bit slower. Ha! This guy's too weak now. Thanks so much for completing that hype train, everyone. You're all rad news rhinos. Oh, I'm so excited to get a new... Oh, look at that little cat I got. Oh, it's so cute. Heck yeah. Thank you, everyone. Or is that's not a cat, it's a little, like a little husky. So good. I love it. Space Robot Arm. So I have a decent collection of retro game magazines, and I decided to try flipping through a random one on stream. It just so happened that the one you picked had a feature on Breath of Fire 2, and I thought of the Pando Party. Aw, man, I love it. I don't know why those aren't working, Nekomichi. That's really weird. Jake, speaking of weird emote situations, did you ever get access to the follower emotes? Bone Chalk broadcast Breath of Fire 2 is such a huge step up in presentation from Breath of Fire 1. Oh yes, agreed. Breath of Fire 2 feels like they designed it for the Super Nintendo, you know? Like they knew what to do with the Super Nintendo at that point. We begin a lot of extracts, though. I'm sure that will be helpful in the final dungeon. Okay, we did do a chorking, so I should probably do one more. Because yeah, I saw recently Twitch gave out like it was no longer, the follower emotes are no longer in the beta program. And so I thought, well, maybe that will fix your issue now that they're like released to everyone, but I guess not. They work at you log in through the website though. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Space Robot Arm, probably a similar step from like Final Fantasy 4 to 6, probably, yeah. Bone Chalk, like the kick animation right there was pretty much a Breath of Fire 3 animation. Oh, that's so good. I love pixel animation. I love when it's good. It's why I love Suikoden so much. It's just, you're gonna see me just like be enamored with that game a lot. What am I looking for? Okay, I'm just gonna see if we can at least get Rand. Oh, they're kind of close. Maybe we can get Rand and Cat to 39, and then I'll maybe call it for the evening. Gamer Jam, do you like Cave Story? I do. I played a little bit of Cave Story. I haven't played a ton of Cave Story, but I do like Cave Story. I had a good time with it. You love the soundtrack a lot? Yeah, it's pretty good, hey? Nice. That's a cool looking spike ball bird face, right? Isn't it? Okay, let's see here. Equip, spell. Spell? Yes, spell, Rand, cure 2 on Cat, yeah. With moon craters? That's exactly what I thought they looked like. Space Robot Arm. I was like, this is like a moon bird. What's with this moon bird? Bone Chalk broadcast. This is so cool to watch. I beat Breath of Fire 1 and 3, but never played 2 at all. Oh man. 2 is so good. I highly recommend it. It's definitely just a huge, it just plays better than 1 in my humble opinion too. But yeah, you're currently watching a very boring part as I'm just kind of grinding. I'm just before the final dungeon, so I've just been grinding a little bit before we go into the dungeon. And by a bit, I mean all stream. But when we play on Monday, again, I will absolutely be going for the final dungeon there, so that'll be very fun to do the ending. Ooh, Rio's level 41. That'll be good. I just realized I think Cat in this form is wearing something akin to a thong because I can it's just her butt you see when she's walking away. It doesn't look like she's got any shorts on. Jake, you don't work tomorrow. Surprise finale. But I have a lot of stuff I have to do tomorrow, so I can't stay up too late. I assume Breath of Fire 2 came out very late in the Super Nintendo's life because it's featured in a magazine with previews for Ultra 64 games. Yes, that makes sense. Okay, I guess we just have to do this again. Rude. Yeah, I know, you know. I'm just saying I did consider it, but I was like, I'm really tired. I was actually napping just before stream, then I was like, I guess I better go get myself a coffee, so I'm actually awake. Awake and with it. But gosh, I think we're really close to getting... Okay, yeah, Cat is just like a couple more fights away. Nekomichi, Nina's transformation looks cool. Ooh, that sounds fun. Bone Chalk, sorry to keep gushing, but even those idle battle animations are so cool with the wiggling tails and such. Oh my gosh, no, I am so excited about that. I loved it too when we got to here and I just saw her little like flicking tail. I was like, oh my gosh, that is such good stuff. I'm with you here. I love the way it looks so much. Bone Chalk, please gush all you want. It's what I'm super interested in too. Neko, Panda Go Peek in Discord found the official art for Cat. I'll definitely have to do that after stream. I can't wait to see it though. Space Robot Arm, what's your favorite name for a JRPG item that cures sleep status? Gosh, I don't know. What is like? I like it when it's obvious, like when it's like alarm clock. Okay, Cat's 39. That's good. What is yours? I actually haven't really thought about this. Okay, Rand is like 3 away. If we didn't keep getting this stupid creep Chore King, we would already have Rand, I'm sure. But we always have to keep going here, healing up, because the Chore Kings are bad news bears. Space Robot Arm. Alarm Clock is literally the only one I can think of right now, but there should be one called Coffee. And I'm trying to think of like what Final Fantasy calls theirs. It's like refresh or something like that. If I was making a game, I would call it Coffee, right? That's what I would do too. Just here's some coffee. It'll wake you up. Okay, Rand is almost there. Rand is almost there. Rand is almost at 39. Rand is almost there. There. He's almost there. Oh, perfect. Yes. Spell death. More extract. So much extract. It's like I'm getting like elixir after elixir after elixir. It's real nice. Not guts. Spell. The G dragon. This dragon is real cool. Space Robot Arm. It's hard to think of them because usually sleep just gets cured by being smacked by an enemy, right? I never use it either. I'm like, I'll either get smacked or I'll beat the enemy and then we'll be awake after that, so who cares? Really? Maybe they don't have one. Oh my gosh, Rand. Ugh, he's like he's just like a fight and a half away. Other than being smacked? Interesting. Okay, maybe Final Fantasy doesn't have one. All I'm thinking about are softs, but those are for Petrify. Yeah, Remedy cures everything. There's softs, there's gosh, what do they call the one for curing silence? Oh my gosh. Why are you ruining my life, bug? Echo Herb? Yes, an Echo Herb. Yeah, Echo Screen. Yeah, Echo Screen. That's the one. Yeah, Echo Screen is exactly right, actually, Jake. I think in another game that's like a loudspeaker. It's like they call it like a megaphone or something like that. I forget which one has that one, but I always thought that was funny. Oh my gosh. I don't want a chance. I don't want to see another Chore King when I don't have any XP. Oh, I don't have any AP on. I'm just lazy. That's what it is. I just don't want to fight Chore Kings. I like saying the word Chore King though. Those Chore Kings, get out of my life, Chore King. You're a real chore to fight, Chore Kings. Oops. Oops. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. One more fight. Oh, good. This should do it. Ooh, blue moved to 44. Rand has got to be like breathing on. I thought he was like so close. Okay, 70. Okay, he's so close. He's so close to hitting it. Nekomichi, Final Fantasy 12 has an alarm clock to counter sleep. I do remember that one, yes. That's pretty good. Okay, maybe XP does not work the way I thought it did. Is that like 12,000 XP not going to each character? Is it separating between all of them? Because that's why this goes so slow. Another Chore King! We're a big fan of those Chore Kings. Chore King! Okay. We'll heal up, and it should be the last round of fights. Look at that. Oh my gosh. He's so close. Rand is so close. So I think that when we go back out there, the next couple fights, we'll do it. I know I've been saying that for like the last 12 times, but Space Robot Arm, I feel like it's very common to go through almost an entire game without understanding core mechanics. Then they all suddenly become relevant right at the end. That definitely happens to me all the time, at least. I'm like one of those people who, as the game keeps doling out more mechanics, I'm like, I kind of stop listening to how it goes. I'm like, I don't care. I'm like, stop explaining things to me. I'll figure it out later. And then after, I'm like, oh my gosh, I understand how this all connects. But I feel like Xenoblade Chronicles is so notorious for it. Like, they give you new mechanic after new mechanic after new mechanic, like hours and hours and hours in, and I'm like, oh my gosh, please. I'm not even reading this anymore because none of this makes sense. I don't even have a context for how to do this. Oh, I knew it. I'm like, I shouldn't have pressed it. I shouldn't have pressed it. But I did, and now I have to fight a Chore King unabated. Or without aid. And that's fine. Thank you for the lurk, Gullibus. Okay, she turned a slightly darker purple, so she's been poisoned. Makes you think of the never-ending tutorials of Final Fantasy 13? Yeah, totally. Like, I'm okay with, like, a lot of tutorials, I guess, but sometimes it's just like, oh god, I know. Okay, I felt it really, really strongly in Neo World Ends With You. I'm like, I know what I have to be doing. I'm like, so can you just like front end me with all of it so that I can just do it? Gamer Jam, you saw a movie with streamer Dorky Dino Gifts? Dorky Dino Gifts? That's a pretty good name. Did he poison Cat again? I can't tell. I didn't pay attention, so I'm just going to try it on her just to be safe again. She does cute animal art on Twitch. That's pretty cute. Okay, no, she was fine, I guess. Whatever. Nice. Oh, thank goodness we did it. Rand's level 39, folks. So when we come back on Monday, all we have to do is get them to level 40 each. And while that'll probably take us a little while, it won't be so bad because we got the bulk of it done here tonight. Wahoo, buckaroo. Okay, let me just click over here, then we'll save the game. We want to save. No, we're good for now. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out with me. Your Pando tonight. It means so much to me. Hey, Erebus Lucifer, thank you so much for following. Welcome on in to the Pando party. Woo, 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 woo. Ding. Cactuar pose. Do I look just like my Cactuar? Probably. Thank you so much. Have a good night to you too, Star Pendle. So, as you all know, Friday, I'll be back on Friday with some Final Fantasy 14 Friday as I continue my quest to make it through Shadowbringers. But for the bread and butter, the old Pando streaming stuff, we'll be back on Monday with more Breath of Fire 2, and it could possibly be the end. I'm actually gonna anticipate it being the end, and we'll see how that final dungeon goes. We just have to get these characters to level 40 and hopefully fast. So that'll be Moonday. Devon Danger, thank you so much for hanging out with me here tonight. Thank you so much, everyone, for the raids, for the follows, for the bits, for the subs. It was all really, really fun. Yes, have a great night, everyone. Rest well. Be safe. Good night, Jake. Good night, Enchilada. Let me just see now. You know what time it is. Time for Pando to go to Twitch and be like, what? What do I do? Beep. Meow, meow. That's the song. That's the song of the Pando. Do 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 do. You know what? We were just talking about Xenoblade Chronicles, and Zordon of Doom is playing some Xenoblade, and she is a cool gal. So let's send a raid over to her. Rest well, everyone. Be safe, and we'll see you again on Friday. Bye. You're all great. News, gravy, yeah.